Oh, yeah. Happy Friday, everybody. It is a Friday on Ben and Woods. Great to be here with you this morning. Let's get our heads right. Shout out, man. People already in the chat, fired up, ready to go. I'm just going to rip through some. Rod, Squirrely, TVO, Carlos, Maria, Dominic. You got Ray, you got Jose, you got Steve. What's up? That's not, I didn't do like a bit. That's somebody's name. What's up? Is in the chat. Christina, Tessa. You guys are awesome. Gator Padre, Squirrely, John. Thanks for being here. Paul, Purple. I could just do this. How about this for 4 hours today? I could do that. Would be better than yesterday's show, that's for sure. Good to be back here this morning. Certainly. I'm Woodsy. To my right is Paul Reindl.
Did you think there was a question of whether or not you'd be back? Like you were so bad yesterday.
I considered hanging him up, but I don't want to go out like that. I want to go out on my terms. I don't want to go out on a turd. You know, I want to go out on a banger. Is how I want to go out. How you doing, Paulie?
Pretty good.
Good.
How you doing?
I'm well. Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, joins us as well. Benjamin, how are you?
I'm good. Is that a thrill to hear your name on the radio nowadays? Still?
Probably.
You remember when we were growing up, you'd watch PBS, that show Romper Room would come up, and at the end, she'd have the magic mirror, and she'd look up, and she'd go, "Ooh, I see Timmy, and I see Steven," and you'd think, oh, she sees me in the mirror through TV.
That's me.
She's just going through normal names, and every once in a while she hits yours. But, it's a little thrill when you hear your name.
Absolutely. SD Brothers says the week before the meat wheel, no doubt he was coming back. Brothers, I wish I had that meat wheel. I think I'd be feeling a lot better if I knew that the meat wheel was up and running and ready to go. And but yeah, as Ray just put it, yesterday was definitely one of the shows of the year. Maybe the worst show we've ever done as a show ever, in my opinion, was just terrific from Jump Street. And I actually I recorded some of my inner monologue for you guys to hear yesterday, and here it is.
It's inexcusable. You don't make excuses. You gotta care enough where the hurts. You gotta care enough where the hurts. It gotta mean something to you. It's more than a job. It's your livelihood. How well do you know your job? How well can you do your job? Well, you can't sugarcoat that. It was inexcusable, and there's no answer for it. There's no excuse for it. That's what you tell them in the locker room. Look in the mirror.
Yeah, 100%. That's Todd Bowles last night after his team just absolutely crapped down their leg.
Watching ESPN right now, they just said first loss for that team when leading by 14 or more in the fourth quarter since 2003.
They absolutely just soiled themselves. And I heard that audio this morning. I go, yeah, sounds familiar. I mean, I drove home yesterday. I drove straight to the gym and was clenching the wheel. Just like,
you got to care enough.
My forearms were hurting by the time I got home. It was unbelievably bad. And, look, those are going to come every now and then.
Should Adam have chewed us out like Todd Bowles did his team right there?
No, I think Adam knows well enough that we will absolutely chew ourselves out.
You got to care enough where the hurts.
Yeah, you got to. And so I met my wife yesterday. We had marriage counseling, and I met her in the lobby. She said, "How was your show?" I go, it was what? I got all worked. I go, "Are you joking? You're kidding. It was horrible."
I did the same thing, and Megan goes, "Well, what made it so bad?" I go, everything, every segment was crap.
Like I was like,
exact thing.
I was like, you can have a bad segment. Everybody has a bad segment. Who puts together a crap 4-hour show? Like, this is in the lobby of counseling. She's like, "I'm sure it wasn't that bad." I go, "You have no idea. No idea."
Oh,
and so she's like, "Oh, all right, well, this will be fun." So I went to the gym right after, and I had to do legs yesterday. So I was just like, clang, 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 which was good. Like, you needed a little of that juice, but man, like it just didn't work. It just didn't work. And I didn't feel it, and we didn't feel it. And just everything was disjointed. And I hate that because I don't like throwing away a canvas. I never like taking a whole canvas and being like, throwing it into the trash bin and be like, because canvases are expensive. They're expensive. And you try to paint on it and you look and you're like, this looks like a blind guy made this thing. This is terrible. No offense to the blind out there. Probably really good painters, better than myself. But I was pretty incensed when I left yesterday.
I'm sorry that we didn't rise to the occasion yesterday.
Yeah, me too. It happens. It happens.
It's honestly like, if I'm being totally honest, I think and I really truly believe that it's pretty rare for us, and it was not comfortable.
No, it sucked.
We've had ideas like bits, that just didn't. They fell a little flat.
Fall on
and
their
you
face.
move on.
Yeah, you just forget it.
We just couldn't shake it yesterday.
Couldn't shake it. I couldn't shake it. And but yeah. So anyway, well, Ben, Ralph wants to know, how did you feel about it?
I'm not as passionate about it as you guys are
Which is exactly what your partners want to hear.
But at the same, no, I'm passionate about the job.
Okay. But you scared me
You
for a
gotta
minute.
care enough
Yeah.
where the shit hurts.
He's like, this is my side gig, so I don't get that upset.
Can't sugarcoat that. It was in the excusable.
I didn't see the show as badly as you did. I know it wasn't like our best show. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday were really, really
So good.
fun, and just one thing led to another, and it was just constant laughing and entertainment. We never got to that level yesterday. Nothing ever went totally off the rails.
He's on brand. Sure.
It was nothing like,
Oh man,
we've had like technical difficulty shows that have been like disasters. That didn't happen yesterday.
Those are out of our control. Those suck. There's no doubt. That one we had a couple Fridays ago.
Yeah.
I mean, it just takes the wind out of your sails. You're like, there's nothing I could have
when we
done
were just
differently.
off the air for an hour.
And we're like, are we on?
Hello?
Hello? Are we on? Hello?
Hello?
To me,
Can anyone hear us?
That's a bad
the
show.
worst show. That is by far the worst show you can do. Not much we could do about it, but yesterday just never just clicked in my mind.
It was just a weird day.
We were here doing our job.
We were
it just
here.
It didn't flow like it always does.
It was like an offer, which is fine. You're going to take an offer, but it was an offer that I got. I got 12 cookies and I missed every cookie. And I'm like, God, I'm right down the middle. Like, what are we doing here? And ground ball, 6 hopper to me under my legs, threw one away on an easy double play. Like, it was just that kind of day. So you flush it, you move on. Somebody just said in the chat, though, at least you guys didn't have Klug on the board. Ben and Woods ads were firing in the middle of Braden's rant. Excuse me?
What?
Missed that entirely. Now, yeah, those are the things that you can control, right? And yeah, that's inexcusable as well. But yeah, man, it's tough, dude. It's tough. Yeah, North County Chris, eyewash day. Just go through the motions. That's kind of what it felt like.
Ben and Woods.
The great Bud Black is joining us for the first time ever.
I've chipped in on you guys. You guys have done a great job.
Thank you.
It always makes us nervous.
Sorry.
Oh, I love it. Had a great sesh, though. Yeah.
Do you want great guests? We've got you covered.
Steve Fisher here on Ben and Woods.
just want to see what that button did.
That's so him too. I remember in the middle of our Christmas show, wasn't it? Was it our Christmas show?
Yes.
The whole thing stopped.
Hang on. It was our first venture into YouTube, streaming the show live.
Just nerve-wracked.
We were still, I think, dealing with some pandemic closures and not sure if protocol, if we could have people in studios. So we're like, hey, what if we just set up some cameras and try to go live on YouTube? Adam's been wanting us to do it for years.
Yeah.
Let's finally try it. And we did. And I think people liked it. They were like, I get to actually see what the studio looks like. And then at like 7:20, it was don't do this.
Prime time, dude.
Our video, like the radio is fine. Our video stream on YouTube got just shut down, turned off. And this was our very first show. We're like, what the F? It happened. What happened?
He runs in.
Adam was outside of the studio.
Right there.
We have this big red button in the corner of our software. It says end stream.
Do not hit this.
He clicked it. I can click it right now. I'm going to click it
No,
now.
don't.
Because if I click it right now, it pops up a window. It says, Are you
sure
you want to end the stream? And Adam decided to go, yes. And he goes, I wanted to see what it would do. I'm like, what did you think it was going to do?
Naked women dancing across the screen? Like, what did you think that red button was going to do? Oh, my God, I've unlocked the nudes. Like, what do you think's going to happen?
Oh, God.
End stream. Are you sure? Yes.
And
He
again,
does it.
we didn't know what we were doing. We're like, we gotta start a new stream. It's a commercial break.
God.
everybody tweet this link now to everybody out.
I could have killed him, dude. I just wanted to see what it was gonna do. It's going to end the effing
if I had to
stream.
guess, I would guess it was going to end the stream.
I did some deductive reasoning, and I thought that if I hit this big red button that says "Do not hit," then it's going to end the show. That was a legendary day. But I think the other thing, it freaks Ben out when I get mad about the show. I don't know what that is inside of you. I'm not blaming you for our poor show at all. I just think that we sucked.
I don't like anybody to get mad. I really don't. I don't like my bosses to get mad. I don't like my colleagues. I don't like my wife. I don't like my kids to get mad. For some reason, I want to keep people from being mad. That's just a fundamental part of my personality.
But I think when I'm mad, you just have to say, you have to just put your arm around. You don't tell me that it was actually good. That feels like gaslighting to me. When I'm like, hey, this sucks. And you're like, no, it wasn't that bad. You have to just let me go. You got to let me get it out, and then I'll be fine. Like I came in today, I was ready to jam. I'm ready to party on a Friday. So I think you got to like somebody said in the chat, you got to feel the feelings, and then you got to move through them. I didn't want to freak you out at all. I wasn't like throwing chairs and stuff. I was just like, man, that was just a bad, big old steaming turd, which is, again, it happens to the best of them. Howard, man, I'll put on a Stern show. I put on a Stern show recently that I was so looking forward to. Like I was giddy with anticipation. Giddy. And was like, I got carved out a couple hours. I can't wait for this. And I put it on, and it was so bad. And that's Howard Stern with a staff of 70 that can write the best bits, tell the best stories, have all sorts of stuff. We're a 3-man crew here, man. We sell our own T-shirts. You know what I mean? And so I listened to the show, and I was mad for a second. And then I remembered, nope, it happens to the greatest of all time. Barry Bonds didn't get a hit every time. You know, he strode to the plate. Like it happened. So, but yeah, the internal monologue yesterday was for sure firing, but it helped to go in. We had therapy and, talked about that. And that definitely helped a little bit. And then got to go hang with my kids, which was great. We had a great afternoon.
What'd you do?
I picked up both kids, brought them home. They had one kid at school wanted to have a play date. So I said, yeah, bring them over. And then 2 other neighborhood kids came down. We played 3-on-3 football. I played with the littler kids. So it was me and them against Bo and his homies, his really good athletic homies.
You handicapped the match.
I did.
To try to even out the size.
Try to even it out.
You're the adult. You get the smallest kids,
Yep.
and then you match the older kids against you.
My favorite is my 5-year-old Taylor, who's still learning the finer points of the game. Can catch and can throw like a mother. But when he would go out for a pass, he would be short. They wouldn't be guarding him. So I'd throw a little 3-yard pass to Taylor. He would catch it and run absolutely ass backwards the other way towards behind us. Yeah. And I'm like, the other way.
Wrong way, Marshall.
Wrong way. And he did it. Let's see, 8 passes, 8 for 8. Every time I hit him on the pass, he caught it, saw the kids running at him, just turning around the other way. And I was like,
I get it. You don't want to get tackled.
I was like, oh, okay. So that is how it goes. Yeah, he did not want to get tackled.
Like, wait, you want me to run towards the guys that want to take me down?
I go, Taylor, it's just one hand touch. They're going to get you, and then you're down, and then we keep moving the ball down the field. Okay. Hit him again. Backwards the other way. Fast as hell, but back the other way. So, but the sun started to set, and I grabbed all the boys and I brought them over. And I give them this speech from time to time, especially my kids. And you can see off in the distance from our home, you can see the water. And I go, get over here, all you guys. It was like 5. And the sunset yesterday was so perfect. And I go, get over here, all you dudes.
Gotta mean something to you. It's more than a job. It's
and
livelihood.
I said, look where we left. Look at that. And I said, I want you guys to know this isn't normal. Not every kid gets this. I said, there are kids in Indiana, Kansas. They don't even know what water looks like. Okay. They wouldn't know what water looks like until it comes out of their bathtub.
And the wind chill is like negative 15.
And it's negative 15 right now. And I just said, please look at this, take this in. And I go, you're around your buddies. This it doesn't get any better than this. So it was really, it was a fun day. We played some football, had some dinner. The boys have been getting along famously, which has been so great.
Turning a corner, or do you think maybe just an aberration?
It's one of those things where when
the holiday season, they're trying to be good for goodness sake.
we have an app that we do every night. Have I shared this with you guys
I don't think
before?
so.
My kids absolutely love it. I'm going to test you on it here. Okay, it's called the Naughty or Nice app.
Ooh.
And so every night after bed and shower. All right, so just scan your thumbprint into there. Hold it down.
It can know.
Is
it
it-
knows.
is it going?
It's not doing anything.
Come on. Maybe you're dead.
I'm holding it. Nothing's happening.
Come on, gentle.
Oh, press and hold below. Oh, there we go.
Hold it.
I was pressing too hard.
He was. All right, so now it analyzes. It analyzes if you've been naughty or nice. We do this every night. Yep,
Wow.
see? It's
Oh, wow.
scientific.
Supercomputer.
Yeah. Bum, 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 bum.
Can I influence it?
I don't think so, but here
All
we
right,
go.
it is 6 o'clock in the morning.
Naughty. Ben's been naughty.
Naughty.
Here we go. Now it's going to give me the reason why you've been naughty.
Really?
Not talking nicely. Oh,
Wow.
my God. Yeah. Naughty.
Feels like this has the possibility of damaging young children's psyche.
That's you.
It's funny you say that because every time Taylor gets a naughty, you see the color drain from his face. And he's like, he gets very,
He's like, oh God, I just lost presents.
he gets very like, very upset and sad. And I'm like, hey, man, listen, okay, all you can do is, it's like I was telling myself, all you can do is try again tomorrow, buddy. And he's just like, it guts him. It guts
But what
his
if he
soul.
had a really nice day?
Does he know that
thumbprint
it's-
doesn't know if you
Oh.
were really naughty or nice all day?
Absolutely, the thumbprint knows 100%.
Scientific.
Of course it
It's
knows.
science.
And so he lays there and he's like, it's not fair. And especially if like Bo
Bo
gets
gets-
nice, it's over. But last night, I did it. Nice. Taylor, nice. And Bo, nice. Everyone was super, super happy. So we do that every single night.
So you play emotional terrorism
Every night.
roulette
Every
every
night.
single night with your children during the holiday season.
Every single night, I mess with their emotions. Every single night. Now,
you ever just think maybe an advent calendar?
Yeah.
no. And they come in. It's called Naughty or Nice. It's someone in the chat's asking.
And it's horrible.
It's great. It's great. Hannah does it from time to time. She's usually passed out at that time. So I'll wake her up. Babe, you want to do Naughty or Nice? No. So they love it. But they're the ones that ask me for it. They're like brushing their teeth. We forgot to do the app. I'm like, you're right. We forgot to do the app. So let's
Do you
go.
ever make Hannah do it?
Yeah,
And
Hannah's done
hope
it.
to get naughty?
Yeah.
No.
I wish you would try the app more. That should be the game. Hey, if you get naughty, then you know what happens. So they like that bit. So it was just a good day. They've been getting along, but you asked if it's just an anomaly. It goes in waves, as you know, where you're like, man, these dudes hate each other for like a week. And then you're like, oh, cool, they're best friends. And it's when you're in another room with your wife and you can hear them playing and they're playing nicely and you don't hear the whining, you just hear the laughter and the giggles, and you're like, yes. You're like, we're doing a good job. And then when they beat the crap out of each other, you're like, we're the worst parents of all time. So it's
Kind of like your radio show.
kind of like our radio show. It's exactly right, man. Yeah, Tessa says that they try hard all day to be nice, and the app derails.
That's what
them.
I'm thinking.
Well, that's why you do it at night. So you can say, hey, listen, so I'll go, oh, it came up naughty. It said you weren't doing your chores well. And Bo will be like, yeah, you're right. I didn't put my shoes up or I didn't clean up. Okay, tomorrow I will try. So they love it. We've been doing this for like 3 years. They love this. And every year I downloaded it Christmas. It cost me like $5. And
Can you tip the scales?
No.
Like if they've had a bad day, you can't pre-program it to
No.
make sure that
It's-
they
I
get
can't-
naughty.
It knows.
I can't pre-program it. It's
If they had a bad
programmed.
day, they're getting naughty.
Correct. We've been doing this for 3 years. Yeah. We've been doing this at least 3 years. I came up with it when Taylor was like a baby, and I found it, and Bo loved it. He just would giggle and giggle, and now I got them both on it. And you guys will love it, man. If you got little kids, they love this stuff.
Is it a one-time purchase
Yeah,
app or
yeah,
a
it's a-
monthly
It's
subscription?
a one-time purchase. I think it was like $5.99 or $4.99, and it's worth a good laugh every single day, which I think is money well spent. So, but no, it was good. It was a really good day. It was great after I got out of here. Then it was fantastic.
So let me ask you the question here. How are we going to make sure today's show is better than yesterday's show?
I think we just do what we do best. Flush yesterday, have a great time, and just make sure that we're having fun. That's it. Because I did not have fun yesterday.
Sounds good to me.
Ben and Woods on the Fan.
Talking to AJ Preller here on Ben and Woods this morning.
Did we ever get a full story from Braden and Frank yesterday on what exactly happened to them?
I didn't hear the open segment. We were still here working,
we were here
so I
for a long
missed what
time.
exactly he said. When Braden came in, he told us about the mix-up and confusion at the Salt Lake City airport when they were trying to change the flights, but Frank was already on the new flight and didn't see the updated flight information, I
really
guess.
sounded like just one giant cluster F.
Now, see, okay, so
a lot of
Carlos said Braden did him dirty. And then somebody said Braden got an email and Frank ran. I have no idea. I have no idea what exactly happened. But Aquafina says, an app for gaslighting children. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly what I'm trying to do every night. Braden didn't try to make the connection they were running late for, but Frank ran and made the flight. Man, yeah, Vinny, I am too. Vinny says he's still mad at Frank declined the upgraded seats from Braden. 100%. I'm furious at Frank. Furious. Life lesson, again, we said it yesterday, we'll say it again today.
You got to just take that.
If somebody offers you an upgrade, take the upgrade. If you're flying to Vegas, fine. If you're flying to Dallas, it's 2 hours, whatever. You don't want to burn an upgrade for fly to Dallas, no big deal. If you're flying from San Diego to Salt Lake, then Baltimore, take the friggin' upgrade, dude. Take the upgrade.
Take the win.
Take the win. Wins don't come along very often. When you see one in front of you, snatch that thing. All right. So that was a fantastic story. And now Frankie is in Baltimore, solo, chilling, getting ready for Radio Row at Army Navy today. So that was good. Yeah, that actually, I did like that part yesterday. I thought that was really fun.
I hope he has a phenomenal time.
Me
there.
too.
I really do.
Yeah, me too.
All right, let's get started. It's our last regular Friday of the year. Next Friday, of course, is the Christmas and holiday extravaganza. So we're getting into the nitty-gritty. We'll come back, set the menu for the program today. No big news from the Padres, but there are baseball rumors continuing out of the winter meetings. We'll talk some baseball and more, all coming up next with Ben and Woods and Paul. Glad to have you with us. Kelly back on traffic, I believe, today. We'll find out in just a couple of minutes here on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
But quickly, gang, let me tell you about Eco Water SoCal.
Yes, this is where you talk.
This is where I
Yes.
talk. Listen, we're already off to a great start, much better than yesterday. But, I was leaving here yesterday, had to fill up the Eco Water on the way to the gym because I got to the gym. And in the Eco Water machine in the kitchen, it only would fill up halfway. So I only got half of Eco Water. I don't know what the deal is, but I go to the gym. I have to use their water. The difference is so palpable between the gym water and Eco Water. And I started to notice because I've been drinking Eco Water for a long time now. We got the system put in our home a few years back, right around this time. Best thing we've ever done. So great Christmas gift. Take care of your entire family. Get nice, soft water in your home. They've been doing this a long time, since 1925. They'll do a free in-home water test for you as well, I believe. Come out and test what you're currently drinking, what you're currently bathing your children in. I mean, it's night and day when you get the Eco Water system in your home. It's bottled quality water straight from the tap. Add the alkaline filters. Your hydration is such a healthy boost. So try the Soft Life alkaline water now, just $9.95 a month. Don't get stuck with gym water and the water in your home right now. 760-350-3338 or go to ecowatersocal.com. Let them know Woodsy sent you. Not everything in life should be hard, especially your water. Keeping it soft since 1925.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
I'm happy because, well, Woods and Paul seem to be happy.
No, you need to be happy because you're happy.
No, that's not how I work. That's not how I work.
I know what I'm getting you for Christmas. 5 sessions. 5 sessions, man. 5 couch sessions with my beloved Dr. Robertson. 5. Your happiness should not depend on my happiness. Do you understand that? Or anyone else's. Your happiness.
But I'm such a happy person.
Your happiness comes from within.
It's not your fault.
It's not your fault. Okay?
It's not your fault.
Don't be happy just because we're happy. Just be happy.
It makes me happy when you're happy.
Well, it makes me happy when you guys are happy
I know,
too. But
doesn't it? That's like genuine. That's very genuine.
It is. It is. I'm getting you 5 sessions. Coupon book.
I love a coupon.
I
love a good coupon
bro,
book.
I know you do. I'm seeing her today. I'm going to ask her if she sells gift cards.
Gift cards.
You sell gift cards here? You're like, this is not a Starbucks. It's on me. He can have 5 of my sessions. I can white knuckle.
Is there a Groupon?
I will see if she will do a gift card for
Transfer 5 credits.
Whatever you need to do. He'll take my next 5 appointments, but I need to get you on that couch ASAP.
All right, coming up on the program today.
And I need to run audio and video, just so you know. In there the whole
I think that's actually unethical.
I think that's against the law of some sort.
Just go to our YouTube channel. You'll find it there.
It's definitely not okay.
Dominic says in the chat, Braden and Italian Paul are hanging out down the street from my office. No, they're not. Braden is actually here. And if you want to go see Italian Paul down the street, you should do it, Dominic. Great dude. Go down, say hello. I think that would be hysterical. But Braden is here. He didn't make the connecting flight. I love
there was no real way for him to get back.
Right.
And do the show.
No.
So he decided to stay here. So it's just Frank
split
in
squad.
Baltimore.
Yeah. Split squad.
Let's go to Salt Lake, like 2 hour and a half.
Yeah.
2 hours.
2 hours.
So yeah, you're not 2 hours there, 2 hours back. You're like, you really want to get up the next morning
Go
and
on
then
another
get on
flight?
another flight all the way across. No.
Forget it.
No, you're like, it wasn't meant to be.
Have fun, IP.
It wasn't meant to be.
Enjoy.
And the true story, everyone confirmed. Braden on the connection was in the bathroom, and Frank made the flight, and Braden did not. But Frank didn't know Braden didn't make the flight because he was in the back, and Braden was supposed to be in the front.
I thought Braden didn't make the flight, though, because they changed his flight mid-flight.
Well, they did, but if he had gotten on the first flight with Frank,
He couldn't get on it if they changed his boarding pass, though.
But Frank did.
They didn't change his boarding pass.
That's weird.
That's wild.
That's weird.
That's how I understand.
Yeah, Braden did say he was in the bathroom. Happens. Call it nature calls.
But which gave him time for them to change his flight. I think Frank was already on the flight when they changed Braden's flight.
No.
Right?
It was on their way
on their
to
way
their connecting. On their way from San Diego to Salt Lake.
Yeah.
Braden's flight
and they
got
didn't
changed.
change Frank.
They didn't change Frank.
And not
That's
Frank.
weird.
So they couldn't I don't know why they couldn't figure it out texting each other
together.
But I guess Frank obviously thought he had 30 seconds to get across the terminal.
It's the worst
so he's not
feeling
checking
ever.
his phone.
Which he did.
He's just running.
Yeah.
Because his flight never got changed. Braden's flight was changed.
Yeah.
So he's like, well, I'm in no rush now.
Let me drop a little deuce and I'll catch up later.
Frank thinking Braden's doing the same thing is sprint. He must have already gotten through the airport.
North County Chris, is this the plot to Home Alone? That's exactly what happened in Home Alone. That's how it happened. You think it couldn't happen to you? It literally happened to Braden and Frank.
Frank is Kevin now, all alone.
Yeah.
In a city by himself.
100%.
All right, we've got Darren Smith will join us at 7:35, our regular Friday feature with Darren on our David P. Shapiro fan hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. We'll have our regular features on a Friday. Don't do this. Take on Woods, our biggest fan, our Reindl Report, and more as we head until 10 o'clock today and get you ready for the weekend. Obviously, the Padres did not do anything. And I sense some discontent from Padres Nation.
How could there not be? I feel
nothing has happened yet.
I feel that you are well within your rights as a fan, because here's what we read for 3 days. You
thought that Soto trade was something.
Wait till you see this one.
But is that fair to AJ Preller? He never said something big was coming.
No. It's not. He didn't say, "Hey, strap in, guys, it's coming."
Exactly.
He never would. No GM would or should ever do that. So no, it's not. It's not about being fair to AJ Preller. It's more about freaking baseball and winter meetings and reporters and radio hosts.
Honestly,
screw all of us, to be honest.
The winter meetings don't mean the same I think to San Diego that they mean to other teams. AJ Preller, okay, we traded Soto. Was that right before the winter meetings? I don't think it actually happened at the winter meetings.
No, I don't think it did either.
We signed Xander Bogaerts at the winter meetings a few years ago. But other than that, how many big major trades or moves has he made at the winter meetings? There's laying the groundwork, and he'll do it in 2 weeks.
In baseball as a whole, there's been less moves at the winter meetings in recent years. The winter meetings have become more of the let's start talking stage as opposed to let's consummate deals.
The dating
stage.
The texting stage, if you will. Yeah, but we wanted, we were ready to rip the clothes off. That's what we wanted to do. We wanted to get down to biz.
I'd be much more concerned at a very quiet, dead trade deadline than a winter meetings with AJ Preller.
100%.
He lives for the trade deadline.
If he disappears during the trade deadline, then something's wrong. That's really his it's his World Series, I guess, every year, because we don't go to the real World Series. So I think, but no, I fully expected, and again, maybe something is going to materialize in the next week or so. And if it happens, great. But yeah, I thought this was a bit of blue balls, to be honest.
Yeah, things remain all quiet on the Padres front, but there were some interesting kind of final rumors that came out of the meeting. ESPN had some of those, and I want to talk a little bit about what could happen in the coming days after a quick check of traffic.
We have continued to break Mets fans.
Oh,
they
yes.
are absolutely broken. It hasn't ended. The
I almost
guy
feel bad about it.
Oh no, I don't care.
You
at
don't
all.
care?
No.
It wasn't our
When
intention
you
to
feel
break
bad, you got Brian Kenny's hopes up.
to break Mets fans.
Like Frank Fleming from Barstool, literally at a hockey game last night, was like, "That's it. They're trading Lindor. He's going to the Padres. He wants to go to the Padres." None of that has ever come out, but they are broken right now. And listen, they have every right and reason to be broken. They have no idea the direction of their team. None whatsoever. They lost Edwin Diaz, but they got Devin Williams. They lost Brandon Nimmo. They lost Pete Alonso. They don't know the direction. They don't know what they're trying to do right now.
Well, let's talk about how the timeline of how we broke Mets fans yesterday.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mets fans, but this is the nature of the game.
And we will do that next year on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury.
This report is brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Got a crash southbound on the 15 at Deer Springs Road. It's in the center divider. Hitting the brakes southbound on the 125 right by the 8, but the 8 looks pretty good right now both ways. We are slow on the northbound side of the 805 or right by the 94. Whether you're dashing through San Diego or heading out of town, make sure your car's in the game. Friendly techs at Valvoline Instant Oil Change will check your lights, wipers, tire pressure, battery, and more with every oil change. Grab holiday savings now at SoCalOilChange.com. I'm Sue Alley with Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
So, Woods, would you like to address the idea that's floating out there that you were somehow trolling people?
Oh, not even a little.
No.
I swear I wasn't. I don't do that, man. I do not do that. That's not the kind of person I am, and it's not. I troll, but I'm not trying to stir up false rumors, right? You're not going to see me.
I hate that move.
I hate
it's
it
irresponsible.
too. Yeah, and I think it's corny, and when people do it, I think it's super corny, and I would never do that.
And if you have listened to our show for the past 7+ years, you know we don't do that. We never do that.
We're not a salacious type show.
We get
silly. I don't need clicks. Like
we get silly. We have fun. But we're pretty responsible, actually.
Here's the thing. If we wanted to do that, we would have clipped it and put it out there.
Bro, there's your evidence.
Yeah.
We would have clipped that segment ourselves
and
and
we
been
would have
like,
framed it like, are the Padres cooking up something massive? Here's what we're hearing.
There are plenty of shows in this town. There are plenty of podcasts that do it. We don't do it. We never, ever, ever have. And we never, ever, ever will. You know, the need to get clicks and things like that, just so you guys know, I don't make money on clicks. I try to stay away from things that I that don't make me money, right? Like Twitter, I have fun on Twitter because I just like breaking balls, but I don't have a blue check mark next to my name. I don't. And there's a reason. I troll and hate for the love of the game. I don't do it for money. And so we would have 100% put that on our YouTube feed and been like, oh, Mets fans in shambles. But I think, C20 Moreno says, name your source. The funny thing is, my source was me. I was my own source based on, and I talked about this yesterday, maybe at the same time, the deductive reasoning of looking around, reading the tea leaves. I saw tumultuous news coming out of New York with Lindor, with Nimmo. We know that Lindor and Jeff McNeil got in a fight last year. I was reading Mets fans' comments about how they have Mets fans calling Lindor a cancer. And I go, man, if you judge a book by its cover, he seems like the friendliest, nicest dude. But again, I remembered back to AJ Preller telling me how much he wanted Francisco Lindor. So I just kind of put 2 and 2 together. He's the only name that would have made sense.
That's the first piece. Years and years ago, knowing AJ Preller is a big fan of Francisco Lindor, loves the shortstop talent. So that's just a knowledge that we have. Then Kevin Acee reports something big is cooking.
Yeah.
And, we don't know who his sources are, but he very clearly says people in the know, not authorized to speak on record, but saying, AJ is working on something huge. We also have very clear evidence. It's not Fernando Tatis Jr. The Padres have said, We're not trying to trade him. We are not soliciting offers on Fernando Tatis Jr. Sure, people call about him, but that's not it. So who's left on the San Diego Padres that could qualify as a big move? And we both agree, well, Mason Miller is the name that would qualify as a blockbuster type trade. Who needs a closer? Well, the New York Mets just lost Edwin Diaz. Yes, they signed Devin Williams, but as we just saw with the Atlanta Braves signing Robert Suarez, teams cannot have enough back-end bullpen arms, and the Mets would certainly be a team that would be interested. Well, what would the Padres want from the Mets? If they're going to give up Mason Miller, they're going to want something that they feel helps their team right now. The Padres are in their contention window. Giving up Mason Miller doesn't help them win this season unless you get something back that is pretty darn valuable. Back to Francisco Lindor. All right, there's some smoke there. As much as the Mets deny it, there's some smoke with the New York Mets. How would the Padres get Francisco Lindor? Well, Mason Miller would be intriguing to the Mets. Can the Padres absorb Francisco Lindor's salary without offloading some salary? Of course not. So how do the Mets offset that? We bring up the name of Xander Bogaerts. Is it going to happen? Could it even theoretically happen? It would be very difficult.
Yeah,
but
and
it's not impossible.
We did mention, too, both guys would have to waive no trade clauses to get it done. Why would they? And so, again, it was somebody goes, are we doing an autopsy of BS? Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing in the chat right now. So I don't know.
All that to be said, we do this. We talk about it on the air a couple of days ago. Throwing it out there, just having a conversation. Somebody else clips it. That clip gets 350,000 views.
It's crazy.
And the best part is, I didn't see, we kind of like tried to do a little bit of digging. I didn't see a lot of like, these fat morons don't know what they're talking about. It was a lot of, oh my God, if the Mets do this, like Stearns has to go. Like they were buying it too.
But
like,
then
they could see a realistic.
Woods, you got a text later from, would you characterize it as someone along the lines of AC? Someone who's, someone, in the periphery, in the know, but not authorized to speak, that told you that's not actually totally off the base, that's got some legs.
That's what got me is we threw it out, and then I got a text that said that actually has some legs, and I said, oh, okay, crazy. And so and then that was at like 6:30, and then at 9 I got a text from another source who's pretty in the know as well, and said, yeah, I've talked to the Mets. He said it's not happening. I said, okay. So and then I came back on the air and said it's not happening. So anyway.
But everything takes on a life of its own. The Mets see this clip, and Mets fans lose their minds.
Yeah, which is fine. I don't care. We go through this as Padres fans every single year with Fernando Tatis Jr. I've seen probably 300 trade proposals from Yankee fans, from Met fans, from Red Sox fans. You name it, man. They want Fernando Tatis Jr. on the East Coast so badly. I mean, more than anything. They're also the first ones to call him Fraud Nando and cheater and this and that. But boy, would they take that guy on their team ASAP. And so, we go through this as Padres fans all the time. There's even local media people that talk about it. You got to trade Tatis. You got to trade Tatis. My people tell me they're trading Tatis. AJ Preller flat out came out and said he goes, if you want to call it untouchable, fine. But that's what he is. That's a quote. Like if you want to say he's untouchable, okay, he's untouchable.
AJ doesn't use that word because he's wise and knows that. Okay, well, I mean, is there something that someone could come to me and go, I'll give you this, and this if you'll give me Fernando? Done. Fine. Okay. I mean, if it's any offer is good enough, any player is discussable.
Sure.
In Major League Baseball.
But you got to remember to weave in those no trade clauses and all that. So yeah, they didn't do anything. Nothing major has materialized yet. But if you go and look at just any thread from Met fans right now, Francisco Lindor is not, I would say, he's not as beloved. You see less Met fans defending Lindor than you do Padres fans defending Fernando Tatis Jr. I saw on one thread, people were like, good, let him go. We're tired of him. He's the cancer of this team. I'm like, holy smokes. So you never know really what's going on in another market. But yeah, the trade is wild. It would take a lot of moving parts and a lot of different pieces, certainly more than the ones we mentioned. And I think you would need to to offset a bunch of stuff and get people to waive their no trades and all that. But is it feasible? Yeah, absolutely. Especially if he is motivated or they're motivated to move him. They were motivated to move Marcus Semien. They were motivated to move Marcus Semien, to acquire him. They were motivated to move Brandon Nimmo for Marcus Semien. They were motivated to do that. So they did it.
They have a culture issue that they're trying to change.
100%.
Do we know specifically every detail of it? No. But they're absolutely trying to make some major changes. So upshot is the Mets fans lose their minds, including some pretty prominent ones on the internet, including Barstool. What's his name again? Frank
Yeah.
from Barstool.
He lost it.
The Mets are going to trade Lindor to the Padres. I don't know what they're doing. They have no clue what they're doing. And then they want to try to battle the Dodgers with Tariq Skubal, giving up a lot of prospects. If they get Skubal and don't sign him to a contract extension, David Stearns needs to be fired on his spot.
Yeah. You're damaging that man's mental health. Woods.
I'm sorry. I really am. I wasn't trying to. I wasn't trying to at all.
Now, speaking of Tariq Skubal.
No, Tariq Skubal.
Tariq Skubal,
Yeah.
also known as Tarek Skubal. That's one of the rumors coming out of the winter meetings. Yeah, ESPN was using their roundtable of writers yesterday. And one of the conclusions that they have drawn, the Tigers are going to trade Tarek Skubal. At the beginning of the offseason, it was, they're probably not, but they'll listen.
And he said he did not want to be traded.
And now they've gotten to the point where insiders believe that it is just a matter of time before Tarek Skubal gets traded. The Tigers don't think that they can sign him to whatever $500 million deal he's going to get. And with 1 year left on his contract, they would like the haul back for Tarek Skubal. There are plenty of teams that are interested, but the one that keeps getting mentioned above all others, well, you know who it is, the Los Angeles Dodgers. And one of the other interesting nuggets that came out of ESPN's roundtable of writers is that the Dodgers are willing to talk about trading Tyler Glasnow.
Yeah.
And would it make a lot of sense that he was part, with just a couple of years on his deal, he could be part of a deal back to the Tigers where they still have a top frontline starter, not Tarek Skubal, but a really good arm, plus a giant package of prospects and younger players, maybe even a couple of pitchers as well, that goes to Detroit to, make that a little more palatable to a team that still is in a contention window.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
It's going to be.
It's making too much sense.
It does.
It
and I
makes
don't like it.
so much sense that I've already resigned myself to the fact that Tarek Skubal is going to be the opening day starter for the Dodgers next year.
Which means we'll miss him on opening
Yeah,
day. So we'll be Glasnow, though.
That's true.
No, right?
Probably Glasnow if he's healthy.
If he's healthy, correct. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. He is, one of those kind of generational type pitchers. He's fantastic. Doesn't want to be traded. Great point by B. Wilson in the chat. He says, man, Detroit used to hand out contracts to guys like Miguel Cabrera and Prince Fielder, but not Skubal now. I'm telling you, I don't know. I don't know that they can afford the whatever he's going to command. I just don't know. I think they can. From what I understand, I think it's the Ilitch family. Is that right? In Detroit. Does that sound?
Yeah.
They've got money.
I'll defend the Tigers in that they may be wise here because they may not be able to match whatever the Dodgers or the Yankees or the Mets would be willing to offer to Tarek Skubal in free agency. Even if they want to keep him and they try to extend him, that's going to be really difficult. He is going to get perhaps the largest contract a pitcher has ever gotten.
Yeah,
almost certainly is going to. And the Tigers may not be able to do that.
Dub J, I agree. I disagree with this. It says our ownership turmoil plays against us in any trade talks on the player side. I don't think it does. I honestly, I don't look at that as if I'm a free agent and I'm like, what are they offering? Okay, they're offering $5 million more than the other team. Oh, but they're
He's
getting a new owner.
Where the other team goes, oh, you're selling, you're desperate. I'm not going to make that trade.
In a trade, yeah, maybe.
That's what I think he's.
Yeah, he did. He just said trade. I don't know.
I can
business.
see another team. If you're dealing with a team that's selling, you're like, I'm gonna
stick
hit
it
you where it
to
hurts.
Yeah. I guess.
When we come back, has 2025 taken its toll on Tony Gwynn Jr.?
Oh boy, you guys.
need to hear
Oh
this
my
audio
God.
next on The Fan. Hour number 2, Ben and Woods on a Friday. Don't forget, coming up at 9 o'clock, we'll announce one more biggest fan name this week. It's your chance to qualify for a night in our Odyssey Suite at a future Padres game with all of the fan staff, catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. Register your name at 973thefansd.com/biggest fan. Announcements at 9, 1, 5:30 every day. And one of those fan staff you might get a chance to meet is our own colleague, Tony Gwynn Jr. Yesterday, Woods, they had a shorter show in the afternoon with Thursday Night Football on. The Atlanta Falcons coming from behind to beat the Tampa Bay Bucks. 15 unanswered points in the fourth quarter to win that game, despite committing 19 penalties, which is insane.
Converted on like a 3rd and 28 and a 4th and 14.
In the final drive, to get down and set up the game-winning field goal as time expired.
No wonder Todd Bowles was absolutely furious after that game. Mike Evans as well. Baker Mayfield said, "This is on me." That's tough. That is a really tough way to lose a football game. They are careening right now, the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Yeah, Carolina Panthers have now taken over first place by half a game, and they've got a very winnable matchup against the Saints on Sunday to take a one-game lead in that division. But that's neither here nor there. Because while that game was going on, Gwynn and Chris, and I haven't heard a lot of promotion about it, but I think this is a great thing that they're doing on these short shows. They'll put together overtime where you can watch, I believe, on the YouTube stream and listen on the Odyssey app to a little extra Gwynn and Chris.
Yeah, like
on
a podcast, if
Mondays, Thursdays, when football takes over our airwaves. Yeah, it's like a bonus podcast hour segment. I'm not sure how long they go, but they were talking yesterday. And it wasn't on the radio, so a lot of people may have missed this. What were they talking? Do we know what they're talking about?
I don't know. I think it was Padres, but one of our tier ones, Jetty B, sent me this last night. He goes, "Man, if this happened on your show, you guys would have had some real fun with this audio." And I said, "We're still going to have some real fun with this audio on our show." Jetty B, thank you for sending this over.
If it happened on our show, we would have probably done 3 hours on it.
Yeah.
But since it happened on their show, we'll probably just do an hour.
Probably just an hour on this absolutely incredible audio.
You sent this over to us last night. I don't know, 7, 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, I sat there. I watched it 10 times.
Yeah, 10 times.
At least.
I couldn't believe it.
It didn't make sense. My brain couldn't quite wrap around it.
Your mind does not understand what happened.
And so it helps when you have the video, when you watch it, because you're like, okay, that came out of his mouth. But when you hear it, you will not understand it until we explain it. So this is our beloved Tony Gwynn Jr. My guess is it's about the Padres.
I think they were actually specifically talking about the Dodgers, how they're doing something, comparing or whatever. But
however it goes, they've had a ton of success. I don't think, though, it takes you out of the equation. Excuse me.
What happened, Patrick Mahomes?
I don't know that it takes you out of the equation of having to spend money if you can't do it.
What
happened?
The hell was that?
Air bubble?
I
the
think
longest air bubble of all time?
All right, one more time.
One more time.
They've had a ton of success. I don't think, though, it takes you out of the equation. Excuse me.
It sounds like he left and someone else. It sounds to me originally, I thought it was like, did they switch his mic to Italian Paul? Because he sounded a little bit like Frank. Paulie said Buck Martinez. I go, yeah.
Maybe like Eduardo Perez.
You know, one of those Japanese movies where they just dub in
the
English over someone else's voice and it doesn't sound anything like them.
One more time. You got to be real quiet.
I don't think, though, it takes you out of the equation. Excuse me.
That's a different person. That is a different person.
It's like an alien invaded his body.
Here, I'll delete the gap.
Delete the gap.
I don't think, though, it takes you out of the equation. Excuse me.
What?
Now just do just his, it takes you out of the equation.
It takes you out of the equation.
If I said, hey, did you hear what Tony Gwynn yesterday said about equations?
Tony Gwynn Jr.
You'd say that's not Tony Gwynn Jr.
They had a whole segment on equations.
It takes you out of the equation. Excuse me.
I would say that's not him. That's somebody else entirely.
I don't think, though, it takes you out of the equation. Excuse me.
It is amazing. I go, this is the greatest.
I was I got to give them a little bit of flack now because thank you for that. But I got to give Scraby and Chris a little bit of flack. They just rolled right through that. They didn't even acknowledge it.
Well, that's old school, Ben. That's how Ben would prefer.
That's the old school, yeah.
That's how Ben would prefer it done, because if he did that, we wouldn't have, all of these.
For without Juan Soto. Juan Soto is the best possible option for 2024.
Whoa.
What in the... Did you vomit in your mouth?
Maybe, but I couldn't keep talking like Tony Gwynn did.
He plowed right through it. Or
don't think, though, it takes you out of the equation.
I don't think, though.
I think it sounds like Billy Ray Smith a little bit for some reason. I don't know. That's who I hear. As we talk about Monday Night Football tonight, which you can hear here on 97.3 The Fan.
Oh, man.
Thank you, Jesus, God above.
What?
More.
For without Juan Soto. Juan Soto is the best possible option for 2024.
What?
Don't we have like 5 more of
You
those?
ever hear the expression "eating your words"?
Eating your words.
No, I literally chewed and ate my words.
Visit SDCCU.
All-timer?
Think, though, it takes you out of the equation.
That is a different human. It's a different man entirely in his seat.
That was a lot to take in.
It was a lot.
I don't think, though, it takes you out of the equation.
It's jarring. Each time I hear it, I'm like, it's like he was running on batteries, and the batteries started to lose a little bit of juice, and you got to wiggle them around a little bit.
Takes you out of the equation.
It takes you out of the equation. It was electric. It's the best audio that I've heard.
It takes you out of the equation.
It sounds
not
like
Tony Gwynn Jr.
It sounds like Italian Paul to me.
I don't hear that.
It takes you out of the equation.
It's incredible.
I heard was Blue Jays announcer
Buck
Martinez.
A little bit.
It takes you out of the equation.
It's so good. It's so good.
Possible option for 2024.
Visit SDCCU.
I'm so glad they left it in, because it was. They could have. I don't know if they were live streaming it or whatever.
Yeah, it's a YouTube exclusive. Adam tells us the Gwynn and Chris overtime, not even on the Odyssey app. YouTube exclusive.
Gwynn and Chris off the air.
Yeah, Gwynn and Chris off the air. If
I don't think, though, it takes you out of the equation.
If he could promise to do it in 2 different voices, I'd probably listen every single day. Every single day.
What if that's how he really talks?
What if that's his real voice?
And he's been doing a radio voice the whole time.
He wanted to sound
You
like
ever
his
have somebody
dad.
come up to you, meet you, ask you what you do?
Yeah.
And what's your radio voice? You're like,
This is it.
This is it.
All
Maybe.
nasally and crappy. Yeah, this is the one. It's exactly what it sounds like. This is how I talk.
It takes you out of the equation.
That's his real voice.
He doesn't sound like his dad at all.
Good afternoon. It's Gwynn and Chris.
It takes you out of the equation.
Brilliant. Thank you, Tony. I hope he's not mad at us for playing that. But
Oh man,
I mean,
I think it's great.
and I hope we didn't steal like a segment of theirs later in the show. But I mean, this is what it is at this point.
Thanks to Jetty B for alerting us to that.
Jetty B, thank you so much for sending that. If you guys ever hear anything like that on this radio station or any other, you know where to find me. My DMs are open.
Let's see. Mets fans aren't the only ones who are in their feels. Texas Rangers fans are kind of concerned with the direction of the organization right now. Rumors are
Tyler Wade. What are they talking about?
Yeah, they
What are
just got picked up
bitching
Tyler
about?
Wade.
Yeah, but apparently they're listening to offers on Corey Seager. High-priced shortstops are in the news lately, with Corey Seager potentially the next to go from the Texas Rangers.
Not happening.
You don't think it's happening? Your sources say that that's not happening. That was one of the potential. They're not trying to give him away, but if someone bowls him over with an offer, ESPN reporting yesterday that the Rangers would listen on Corey Seager.
Again, we say this all the time. You have to listen on everyone. And again, to be bowled over by an offer, my understanding is that Corey Seager is very much valued and appreciated by that organization. And I think if you're, I don't know, a new manager like Skip Schumacher. Now, could Chris Young absolutely go in and say, no, this is going to make the health of the team better? Look, he was banged up When healthy, he's absolutely elite. But if somebody comes in and massively overpays for Seager, I think he's still owed $150 million.
The argument
something.
is the Rangers are in some financial straits, which makes no sense to me. They are in Dallas, Texas.
They won a World Series.
They won a
3
World
years ago.
Series
Yeah.
recently. They have a large payroll, but nothing, Dodger or Mets like that would be crippling in terms of their future. I can't understand why the Mets would be so motivated to move salary, but they already moved Marcus Semien this offseason. So
the Rangers, you mean?
Yeah, the Rangers.
Yeah.
So there has to be at least some truth to the fact that they would consider moving salary if they got the right offer back.
Yeah, no question. And again, it's rare. Like, that guy is such a leader. He's such a and again, if healthy, he is a guy you absolutely want to pencil in out there every single day. Total pro, quiet hitter, like just pure elite hitter. Goes under the radar a little bit, in my opinion. And I think if you're Skip Schumacher and they trade Corey Seager on you, that's be a tough putt for him, dude. That's tough. I'm sure if it was being considered, I bet you he's in there actively campaigning against it. Because I know I would. If I was the skipper of the Texas Rangers, I'd be like, can't trade that guy. You cannot trade that guy. I need that guy. It's my first year here. I need Corey Seager.
When healthy, he's still
incredible.
As productive and as good as really any shortstop in baseball right now.
Yeah. They non-tendered Adolis Garcia. They're in a. It was weird because it's rare that you see the GM or the president of baseball ops come out in public and say, we're cutting $40 million, right? But I think Chris Young actually said that to the media. I like Chris Young. He has delivered a World Series championship. I think they were taken aback the last couple of years at how not good they were. They expected to be better with the young talent that they had. They still have loads of young talent, and now they're going to have a really good skipper at the helm. But I don't think you can trade a piece like that again unless you're just floored by it.
And then the final couple of rumors coming out of that ESPN roundtable piece: Mackenzie Gore very likely to be dealt by the Washington Nationals.
I heard Abrams as well.
Abrams definitely possible, but Gore likely.
What's the reasoning? Is his contract coming up? And they don't want to pay him $30 million or whatever.
And he's someone who's affordable right now for a team that needs starting pitching. I don't see a reunion with the Padres. I think they've gone down that road. I don't think they're going back down that road with Mackenzie Gore.
Would you mind?
Well, they need pitching. You certainly could do a lot worse than Mackenzie Gore.
If you can fleece the Nationals for Mackenzie Gore for what, 1 year, 2 years, then I think you have to do it.
But I think more intriguing is the news that Miami's Edward Cabrera could be the next pitcher traded.
They said the only pitcher that they will not trade is Yuri Perez.
Correct.
That is the one guy. Like, you can call on all of our starting pitchers. We will absolutely listen, but do not ask for Yuri Perez.
Cabrera would command a haul to get him back. He had a really good season last year. He would be a really good option for the Padres. I think other teams could certainly outbid the Padres, but is there a package that the Padres could put together for Cabrera? I think there is. I think there's, some sort of package that can intrigue the Marlins of what's remaining in the Padres minor league system, that if A.J. Preller wanted to go down that road and needed a starting pitcher, that Edward Cabrera is not impossible to do this offseason.
27 years old, under club control for 3 more seasons.
That's an A.J. Preller acquisition.
That's an every GM acquisition, if you can do that. The Orioles are definitely in the mix for him. They need pitching as much as we do here. They just spent a boatload on Pete Alonso, but they would have to part with some of their beloved prospects, which they have not been super willing to do. But yeah, he's a good pitcher, man. Would be a brilliant addition to the San Diego Padres.
There's a lot of teams that could offer more than the Padres, but if they're unwilling to, I believe the Padres could put together an enticing package for Edward Cabrera, and he, to me, feels like an A.J. Preller acquisition. The years of control, the talent, the affordability right now. It's not a rental for 1 year. You could always flip him in 2 years if you wanted to. We've seen A.J. do that as well, especially with Juan Soto. That's, for me, a name that I'm at least keeping an eye on this offseason when it comes to the Padres. We know they want starting pitching. We know that they can't really shop at the top of the market free agent-wise for it.
I don't know why. Edward Cabrera just kind of flashed out in neon lights. Like, keep an eye on that. It probably won't happen, but that's one that AJ is almost certainly talking and asking about and trying to figure out a way that he can make it interesting enough for the Marlins to.
It's weird though
to return his phone calls.
It's weird though because they want to win. They do. They have good young talent. They've got a good core. Like, what's the reasoning on trading Cabrera with a cheap 3 years left on his deal? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense to me. If you're the Miami
I think
Marlins.
they'd be trading high, coming off a really good season, and you feel like you can get more back than you're giving up in a trade like that for the future.
Yeah, and they were also, like B. Wilson says, remember the Marlins a couple weeks ago were asking about Michael King. Like, why would you want to go sign Michael King for a lot of money when you have Edward Cabrera / Michael King right there for 3 years and cheap? They do things a little differently down there, as we know. Don't know if there were any truth behind that smoke, but that was something that they apparently inquired on.
How about our friend Tommy tweeting a few minutes ago? I feel Ramon Laureano traded for pitching and then bringing back Profar in a separate deal is faded.
Really?
Would you be willing to discuss Ramon Laureano 1 year? Very affordable.
$6.5 million.
You could get back a lot for Ramon Laureano right now for a team that needs outfield help.
Now we're talking about really just kind of selling off and not competing.
No, that doesn't save you any money at all. That's not a sell-off deal. It would probably be more expensive to bring back the
makes
pitching.
More money, I
and
think.
Profar is much more expensive. That would be taking on money to try to add pitching. And do you believe in Ramon Laureano? He had a really good year last year.
Yeah, I kind of want to see him out there in left.
100%.
But Profar thrives here, as we all know.
If you could get years of control of pitching for Ramon Laureano, you have to consider that. You need pitching more than you need an outfielder.
I hate the offseason. God, I hate these speculation talks.
SP Chula Vista. Laureano's good bang for your buck. Outstanding, which is why other teams would be very interested in as well.
I don't like that idea.
You don't like that idea. I'm intrigued by that idea.
Adding Profar?
Adding pitching.
And Profar.
Adding an outfielder.
How terrible was it last year for the first 3 months? Like, who the hell's playing left field today? Like, what? It was not fun to watch at all. It was terrible. We finally get one, and
I'm excited for our outfield. I'm excited to watch our outfield
strength.
performance. The bullpen and the outfield of this team are its two strengths. I am so happy to see. Now, hopefully the new skipper will bat Laureano above 7th. Right. It would be great to have him in the top 4 at least. But yeah, I don't know.
The Padres have a good lineup and a great bullpen. If they started the season with the roster as it's constructed now, they have no chance to win.
Zero.
With the starting pitching they have.
No,
they don't have nearly enough starting pitching. The season would go off the rails at some point.
But it didn't even go, it didn't go off the rails last year with just some of the worst offensive output you've ever seen from the
because they had pitching.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had Michael King, Dylan Cease,
settle down.
Nick Pivetta had a great season.
Nick Pivetta is still here.
They had
Darvish was barely there. Musgrove wasn't there.
They had Kolek and
King was
Berger
hardly
step
there.
up. They had guys. They had enough. They had enough depth when they had injuries to reach
Nestor
down
Cortez and
grab
JP
people.
Sears.
That was at the deadline, though. I'm talking beginning of the year. They did rip off 14 in a row to start the season, but
we had
I don't
Berger
know.
and Kolek, who we traded.
I just think I really like our outfield as it stands today. He doesn't make a ton of money, and like you said, bang for your buck. I'm willing to roll the dice and just keep Laureano out there.
Just where are you going to find the pitching?
Don't know.
That's the question. All right, we got to take a break.
Trade Freddie Fermin to the Royals
for Berger and Kolek.
When we come back, don't do this, do this. And sometimes tact is great in life, but if you're a reporter, sometimes you just need to be tactless.
Well, listen, and I think if you weren't rooting for Phillip Rivers, you will after you hear this audio. It's so good.
That's coming up next with Ben Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. Holidays approaching, and if you're already thinking about New Year's and your New Year's resolutions, let's get a jump start with SDFatLoss.com. Right now, if you sign up before December 31st for the weight loss program that helped me lose 40 pounds in 60 days, you can get $400 off. Best prices of the year. Lock them in now and then start the program whenever you want, right now or after the holidays are over. You'll already be set. You're not going to have to figure out how you're going to lose that holiday weight. You'll have a plan going into 2026, a plan where you can lose up to a pound of fat per day by eating real foods, stuff from the grocery store or even restaurants, chicken, steak, things that I was normally eating, ate them in the right portions at the right times. I lost weight fast with no injections, no exercise, no worry about those side effects as well. You could be next. Just get your free consultation by signing up at sdfatloss.com. Join me, join Scraby, Ello, John Flint, Tier 1s. So many people have done this program. You could be absolutely the next one to see the weight pouring off in just 2 months. Brand new you with all the benefits of that weight loss. Less back pain, less knee pain for me. My sleep apnea went away. Check it out today. Go to sdfatloss.com. Get $400 off at sdfatloss.com. Results may vary.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Got Darren Smith coming up in just a couple of minutes. First, let's get to a little Don't Do This. It is brought to you by Trust and Will. Don't leave your entire estate, house, kids, and life savings up to chance if and when you die.
Do.
Set up a Trust or Will online at trustandwill.com.
This
is a lot more affordable than you think. Visit trustandwill.com for more info. This should come as no surprise to anyone because FIFA, soccer's international governing body, has always been considered one of the most massively corrupt organizations in the history of humanity. And no matter how much they try to clean it up, never really changes. And the latest controversy involves ticket pricing for the World Cup coming up this summer here in the U.S., Mexico, and Canada. When the bid was originally put together, like, we're going to do this, and we want to make it affordable to the masses. We're going to, remember in Jurassic Park, and said we're going to have a coupon day. 8% of the tickets that were allocated were supposed to be $21. So
Amazing.
Anyone could get in. It wasn't only for the super wealthy. That eventually became $60. Okay, fine. $60 is still a pretty good price to go see a first-round World Cup match.
I can wear 60.
So now they finally have revealed the prices for those tickets. They range from $180 to $700 for the various group stage games. And people are around the world going, what? This was supposed to be $21, and now I'm paying $700 for a ticket? Fans are accusing FIFA of a, quote, monumental betrayal on the allocation of these ticket prices and a bait and switch of what they promised years ago when the World Cup, with more games than ever coming to the United States and, hundreds of thousands of fans supposedly coming to the country next year.
This isn't secondary market
No,
stuff.
this is the FIFA prices.
FIFA pricing is tripled, I guess, from what they originally said it would be.
Yes. But unsurprising. I mean, it's your big event. I understand you're going to have ticket prices that are high. Supply and demand, the market is going to drive up prices. But part of this whole thing was supposed to be soccer fans around the world. It's the sport that, everyone can afford.
Yeah.
You need a ball and an empty lot somewhere.
That's
you can
it.
play soccer anywhere.
Yeah.
You don't need expensive equipment for soccer necessarily. You just need a ball and kids, and you can go play.
It's weird. I'm like so ignorant to all of this because originally I would have said, if you're like, hey, FIFA, World Cup, what is it? World Cup?
Yeah.
So you're telling me $170, but yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're
Right?
conditioned
I mean,
now.
that's the low end for like the lowest
Sure.
cheap prices. The most of the tickets
But
are
like,
going to be
I'm
way
saying that's
more.
what I would expect to pay here.
Yeah.
Yo,
Not knowing anything
not knowing
about,
that it should have been $21.
Right.
I told you guys this story off the air, but this 26 for me is going to be the year of no and the year of fiscal responsibility. Much more fiscally responsible than I was the year I turned 50. A little midlife crisis. It's fine. I want to see Morrissey. He's playing here in January. I've never seen him. I love the Smiths so much. I love Morrissey so much. I know he's a cad, but I still want to see that man walk on stage and sing his songs. I want to see it. I have to see it before I die. So I log on to go get tickets. $807. I looked at it. I went, oh my God, $800 on the resale market. I obviously missed when they went on pre-sale, and there's artist pre-sale and label pre-sale. The pre-sales make me insane.
Do you have this credit card?
Yeah, you have this one, then you get this pre-sale code. So I missed it. $807 to see Mose singing all the songs that.
And not at the Sphere either.
No, not the Sphere. $800. And I went, no. I said no.
Year of no.
The year of no. Fiscally responsible Woodsy is
Good for
going to
you.
be. He's going to be really something.
Good for you.
I'm going to turn into you. I'm going to come in here trying to trade every player, save a little money for the team. This is going to suck. It's going to suck. This is some good doo-doo, this.
DD mega doo-doo.
I loved this response from Phillip Rivers. He was doing a press conference the other day, and man,
is the question a don't do this?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I thought it was a fair question, but Phillip Rivers, if you weren't rooting for him before, this pushed me over the edge. And I went, oh yeah.
Right this second?
Yes. Stop. Go back. He says, what do you weigh right now?
Someone asked him that
Yes.
directly.
Yes. I'm not sure. That's all I'm saying. I want to ask you a question a little better on playing weight, Greg, and not what it was when I walked up the field. I follow that up with, I ain't never ran away from anybody anyway. So then people say, "Oh, I know you're going to be right there." It's like, well, they do that for 60 seconds.
That audio sounds like it's played through a phone.
Yeah,
What
that's really weird.
What do you weigh, Philip Rivers?
What do you weigh
Is
right
that-
now?
Is that an inappropriate question to ask someone? What does it say when you step on the scale, Philip? What's your playing weight?
I mean, is it inappropriate to ask an NFL quarterback on the podium? Because it's an inappropriate question to ask anybody.
You know, in any program in America, they're going to list the height and weight of players.
Try to play it again, Paulie, and see if it's any
try
better.
to find a better one.
Paulie's going to try to find a better one because the answer was so good. He goes, I don't know, Greg. When he threw his name in there, I went, oh, that's so good. It's so, and he's smiling ear to ear. He's not mad, but he was like, I don't know, Greg.
He knows he looks a little puffier than the last time we saw him.
He's got 10 kids.
Yeah.
And
He's 5 years older.
Like,
that's even worse.
That's even worse.
Does anybody record anything the right way anymore?
He said Unk's been eating those kid snacks. It's the hardest part of being a parent is this kid snacks are around all the time. I don't know. I don't know what I weigh. How about that?
And that is don't and do this for a Friday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
Darren Smith covered Philip Rivers for many years as well. I'd imagine he's got some thoughts on his return to the NFL. We'll talk to our friend D. Smith coming up next here with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
But first, this weekend, don't know what you've got planned, but great time to go down and, I don't know, look for a new vehicle for you or your spouse or your son or your daughter. Massive holiday savings going on at Sedano Ford in Lincoln. Sedano Ford in Lincoln, your proud local veteran-owned dealer. Thanks you for choosing them over every other Ford store in town. They're celebrating the season of giving with incredible deals. Gifts so nice they wrapped them twice. Right now, drive electric with the powerful Mach-E Premium for just $349 a month. That is thrilling acceleration, zero emissions, the perfect way to upgrade your San Diego commute, which can be difficult at times. If you need a legendary truck or SUV, the dependable F-150 STX, yours for just $399 a month, built Ford tough. The rugged Bronco Sport Big Ben, unbeatable value at $279 a month. Standard 4x4 capability, ready for an adventure anytime. These prices are really great. They will not last, so stop by the veteran-owned Sedano Ford in Lincoln today. Let them know Woodsy sent you. They'll roll out the red carpet for you. Hurry to Sedano Ford in Lincoln, and you can also visit sedanoford.com for all the details. Check them out, Sedano Ford.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
This hour, 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by the California Office of Traffic Safety. In 2023, 1,355 people were killed in alcohol-related crashes throughout California. Driving under the influence of anything is dangerous, illegal, and has serious consequences. Don't be the I in DUI. Don't be the D or the U either. Go safely, California. All right, Darren Smith is standing by. It is Friday. We will chat with our buddy, D. Smith, coming up right after a check of traffic on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury.
This update is brought to you by the California Office of Traffic Safety. Watch out, there's a trash can in the middle of the road, the right lane on the 67 southbound at Bradley Avenue, and then a ladder fell off a truck on the eastbound side of the 94 right at 25th Street. This one blocks the left lane and loaded up northbound on the 805 as you head into the 94. In 2023, 1,355 people were killed in alcohol-related crashes throughout California. Driving under the influence of anything is dangerous, illegal, and has serious consequences. Don't be the I in DUI. Go safely, California. I'm Sue Aller with Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
All right, let's go out to our David P. Shapiro fan hotline. We are joined by Darren Smith. Hello, Darren. Happy Friday to you.
Happy Friday. Good morning. I like what you said there, Benny. Don't be the D. Don't be the D. Don't be the U. Don't be the I. That's very good advice. For
earlier
everybody.
this week, I said don't be the T in DUI, which didn't make any sense at all.
No,
but
it didn't.
That's fine. I just read the copy wrong.
Doesn't. And Woodsy, sorry. How are we doing? It's Friday now. Are we still still ticked off about Notre Dame or what? No, I'm over it at this point. I've moved on to Michigan.
He's more ticked off about how ticked off everybody else is about how.
No, I'm really not. I'm used to it.
Notre Dame is.
I'm used to it. I mean, they got boned. They got shafted. Even if you don't think that they deserve to be in the tournament, they still kind of got screwed just by being led along for so long, didn't they? By the system and the stringing somebody along for 6 weeks or so, and then actually never mind. But listen, it frees me up to hate watch, which I love to do. Yeah. Of course. I'm an elite hate watcher. When I have no. Sometimes the best way to watch. Yes. Is just to root for everybody else to have these like horrific collapses. Yeah. Like terrible results with no skin in the game. It's just fun to watch and point fingers, and that's my reality. Last year almost killed me, by the way, watching the playoffs. Beating the teams that they did, and they kept around as long as possible. They sure did, right there up until the end. Oh, they sure did, man. But yeah, it's kind of a bummer. But I am an avid supporter of Coach Marcus Freeman, and I believe that he could actually change the world. I love that man. So like how we feel about Mikey Varis, that's how I feel about Coach Marcus Freeman. So I wanted to ask you, man, you did this job for a long, long time. And yesterday, the Ben and Woods program unloaded maybe the worst show in show history. And I mean, I'm talking back to 1090 days. We didn't even know each other. Those shows were better. And I'm like, did you ever have that show where you left and you're like, and it wasn't like, oh, the audio was bad, or we played a bad audio clip that didn't sound good, or the interviewee bailed.
It was like we were bad
for 4 straight hours. And I go, how did Darren Smith, did you ever have one of those?
Yeah, like every week. I mean, that's the way it felt sometimes walking out, and I think, the one thing I do believe is that we all are our own worst critics.
Yeah.
And, I one of the things I always remember, I did when I was producing Dan Patrick's show, he was covering the NBA finals. He was the TV, ESPN, NBA finals, and he was kind of new into his radio career. So he was trying to do both. He was covering the NBA finals and he was still doing his radio show, and one had a priority over the other. And we had an absolute howler of a radio show. I mean, it was awful. And I had to sit in the room with him in LA because it was the Lakers and the Pacers. And like, it was so bad and he was so angry. I thought we were all going to get fired. And then our listeners were like, it's actually kind of cool for us to hear you struggle and have a bad day like the rest of us have a bad day. And I always remember that. It never made me feel any better about crappy shows. But yeah, I mean, it just is, they can't all be good. They're just, it's impossible. When you're doing this 4 hours a day, 5 days a week for 50 weeks a year, like it's impossible. It's an impossible standard to think that they're all going to be award winning. So, I mean, and it's live radio. There's nothing you can do. You can't be like, all right, I'm breaking out of this office early. I'm going to go home.
Yeah.
Call it a day. Go to the bar. Go to happy hour. Go do something else. Knock off. Go take a walk. You can't do that. You're trapped because of these microphones and these commercials and the time slots that we have.
And
so,
the feeling of like, I'm literally drowning and I can't get back to the top. Like we need like breaking news here or something to derail us. But to hear,
and you're right. I mean, I think that's the other thing too. Like when you're waiting for something, and we've been teased by like Kevin Acey's the most massive trade in the history of trades. Like, you get trapped into that. Like,
you're totally right.
You're totally right.
It's Kevin Acey.
It's Kevin Acey's
not his fault,
totally.
but it is his
when all
fault.
else fails, blame the Ace Man.
I love it.
You feel like
he
you
put
can't
that
do
out
anything
there
else
and
now.
set an expectation. So blame him.
You're just waiting for that to happen now.
What was Dan Patrick when he had that bad? I love him, by the way. Like he's gold standard.
Yeah.
When he had a bad show, like what did that look like? If you can share.
Oh, I mean, it was brutal behind the scenes. I mean, he was, he was a guy who did not, he thought he was going to come in, he was going to change radio, it was going to be big A-list guest all the time.
Yeah.
It took him a little while. He comes from SportsCenter where he's one of the, predominant
100%.
television sport. Yeah. I mean, he's,
Dan Patrick.
And like, he didn't think he was going to come in there and like take a bunch of phone calls. You know what I mean? Like that was so like not what he wanted to do. And this one day we just had, and like it's the middle of the NBA finals, and he's got a suit on and he's preparing to go do the 6 p.m. SportsCenter on the East Coast. And he's like, I guess I'll just take phone calls because you people can't get me a guest. And, and it was, and like he just was so like it was really rough.
So I should have blamed Paulie for yes. That's the move.
Ben does that to me every morning.
Ben does that to Paulie. I don't do it. I don't really like guests either, except for you. You're great.
You don't like guests or phone calls or anything.
I like
think
art.
One of the problems was like we were afraid of him a little bit.
Of course.
And so none of us could say, hey Dan, why don't you shut up, focus on the show? Like, because that's your job.
Why don't you be better?
Be a talk show host, you do better. Get your act together here. Get a grip, man. Like, come on. We're here. Do it. Talk about your favorite, anything.
Anything.
But, then I remember the listeners lended like a real sympathetic ear to it. And they're like, oh, actually, it's kind of cool. The DP showing a side that's human.
Yeah.
It's not just, this hairdo and this perfect inflection and the great delivery that he always had. And I'd like to believe that like our listeners felt the same way about us, but man, I'll tell you, I mean, there were plenty of days where I would drive home and be like, I think I've lost it.
I'm embarrassed. I've lost my fastball. Yep.
I think I'm done. Maybe this is the sign. Maybe this is the new normal for me. I can't get out of this spiral. I cannot get out of this downward spiral.
Yes.
I'm done. I'm toast. I'm finished. I have nothing interesting to say anymore.
Yep.
I've said everything. I can't tell the same stupid stories over and over and over again. I've got nothing new. I've got nothing in the tank, and that's a real thing. I think. I don't know that was your afternoon yesterday.
It was. I was waiting for somebody.
My drive home plenty of times.
I was waiting for somebody to like plow into me at a light or something, so I would have something interesting to talk. Like somebody hit me. Somebody started a fight. Like something. I need something tomorrow. But
anything. And then, like, you second guess yourself. Like, is this even interesting? What I'm talking about? It's not. I'm bored by this. And you look around. And I remember I'd look and be like, Marty was typing, and this. like nobody's there to help. Like, yeah, you know, you're just on your own. And like it was
What a
terrible.
day. Oh, good. That makes me feel so much better. So much better.
It is.
Yeah, it was like, honestly, now that I think about it, it's like, this is why I don't do this anymore. Like, I got out of this because this became a daily occurrence pretty much. Like, I was like, there's nothing new here. Like, I just feel like I've said all these things that I need to say. And
I like the idea of blaming AC and Paul when things go wrong from now on.
Yeah, of course. I mean, when I grew up obviously on the East Coast, and you know, I used to remember snow days, like where people would be like, "Oh, it's gonna snow," and you'd be like, "Well, you know, do I have to study for this test? Probably not." Like the weather, and then you wake up, not a
the dice roll.
Like,
It's
well,
the
now I'm
old,
sick.
it's the old dice roll of
And
like.
that's the same thing. You're like, well, Ace, you said, match the story right around the corner. It's going to blow the Soto deal out of the water, everybody. It's going to make the Herschel Walker deal look like a player to be named later.
I'm going to spend all this time creatively putting together a great show. And then this giant trade's going to break, and we're not going to use any of it. Why even bother?
Right. And here's a minor league deal, you know, sometime this afternoon. Good luck, Ben and Woods. You know, spend 4 hours talking about that.
No, speaking of, the Padres just have signed Evan Fitterer to a minor league contract.
There you go.
Had a 3.42 ERA with 94 strikeouts in the minors last season. So very excited about Evan Fitterer, a great Fitterer for our team.
Yeah, well, AC was on it. Give him credit where it's due.
Indeed.
Oh, maybe they need to go the Indianapolis Colts route and start bringing back guys who
44-year-olds.
retired a few years ago. What's Will Myers doing right now? They can make a big splash that way. You covered Phillip, obviously, like I did back in the day. What are your honest thoughts of him coming back? I saw Ryan Clark's take on this yesterday, and he said Michael Jordan, the greatest who ever played, took 3 years off, came back to play for the Washington Wizards late in his career, and was awful. How can we expect Phillip Rivers is going to be even competent in trying to do this for the Indianapolis Colts after 5 years of not playing football?
I don't know that I do expect that. And you know, you guys played that wonderful clip from beforehand from his press conference. I like that. You know, the press
From the well
was. Yeah, I mean it.
Well, this is what happens when 3 minutes before the segment starts, Woodsy DMs it to me on my phone on Instagram.
Play this
and goes, "Yeah, figure it out."
Yeah. Well, listen, happens to the best of us, Paulie. You know, I took like a lot of delight in even watching that press conference, though, because you know, I'm not saying that I don't pay enough attention to the NFL to know if these quarterbacks have any personality whatsoever, but they do not have that personality. And you know, maybe that makes them boring. But you know, this is a guy who got in there, who mixed it up, had a little bit of fun. It just brought back a lot of good memories, even just watching that. I don't know if anybody else felt this way, but looking at the way he holds the podium, it just reminds me so much of you know, being at a Charger press conference, either at the park or at the stadium, and he would sit, you know, he would stand a certain way and he would engage in a certain way. Do I think it's going to go well? Probably not. I mean, there's no real like objective reason to think that this is going to be a great, you know, great footballing moment for Phillip Rivers. But you know, I wish him well. I think it's great that he gets this opportunity, and certainly it seems like, at least personality-wise, he's picked right up where he left off. So, you know, from that standpoint, I'm not delusional enough to think he's going to go out there and throw for 350 and 3 touchdowns, but you know, can you navigate an offense that could be competent and, you know, continue to win? I think he's capable of doing that for sure.
Darren, some SDFC news this week, including the return of Amal Pellegrino. Just any quick thoughts on the moves that were announced by the team in the last couple of days?
Yeah, I mean, I really like the Pellegrino return, especially because, you know, even if you have to sort through a little bit of a dynamic with him and Chucky Lozano, it gives you a little bit of depth because you are playing more games no matter what. You're going to be playing your 34 regular season matches. Plus, for the first time, you're going to be playing in this CONCACAF Champions Cup tournament. So that was announced during the week, and those games get going kind of early. Those games get going the first week of February in Snapdragon Stadium, and then you're off to Mexico City to play against Pumas. So you are going to need more players. You're going to need better players. You're going to need, you know, a second season. So, you know, I do like that one a lot. I wish it would have worked out better for Luca De La Torre. You know, I think that's one thing, you know, that people had high hopes on, that Luca De La Torre coming to his hometown would have been a more impactful player. And certainly out of the gate, I think he started 20 of the first, couldn't really find himself with a ton of minutes there, you know, really wasn't a starter, was much more off the bench. And I think at that price point, probably made a bit of sense to say, we're going to move on and he goes back to Spain. But I'm kind of curious to see what they're going to do over the next couple of weeks. I think that they're still going to add. Tom Penn told us on the Behind the Flow podcast that they have money. They have a designated player spot. So those things sort of like Kevin Acey, we're just going to wake up every day and scroll through Twitter and find out, are they going to go after another big name soccer player to bring into the mix? But, you bring that core back. I think you're starting off in a much better position than you were a year ago. And we obviously understand what the success was in 2025. So I think it's good. And it'll, like I said, it's like February 2nd, 3rd is like the start of the season. So it's not long now.
Well, yeah. And you trust the guys up there calling the shots. They've got 1 year under their belt and
no reason not to.
No reason not to. Absolutely.
Yeah,
well,
no reason not to. Yep. So just real quick, I heard you guys talking about the World Cup tickets.
Yeah.
This was literally me at this same seat yesterday, hovering on the FIFA website, trying to decide whether or not to pull the trigger on tickets.
What games were you looking at?
Well, I'm apparently in the lottery for 2 of them. So I don't know exactly how I'm all in on the Spanish national team, but I am in on 2 tickets in Atlanta for Spain versus who are they playing? I don't even remember. And then in Mexico or Guadalajara, Spain is playing against Uruguay. So I'm in on that as well. And I have like real reservations about it. It's a lot of money. To your point, I have not yet decided that 2026 is the year of no.
It's got to be. 50 was nuts for me. I went crazy. I mean, I've traveled the world and I spent way too much money this year. Got scammed out of some money too, so that was great. Next year, no scams.
I can still cancel, but I'm like, and I have this moral dilemma about, well, I don't want to be contributing to the problem, that is this bait and switch of FIFA, but I also kind of want to go to the game, like you just don't really want to think about it.
That's what it should boil down. It's what it should boil down to is like, yeah, hey, it sucks that you guys are doing this, but you got me, and I'm going, and don't feel bad.
Did you go last time they were here, 94 or when was the last time? Yeah,
no, I did not. I mean, I enjoyed their. So Republic of Ireland played Italy in New York or New Jersey, but I enjoyed some of the festivities around that, but I did not go to any actual game. So yeah, I mean, I would like to go, and especially like a Spain Uruguay match in Guadalajara. I mean, how much fun does that sound?
So much fun.
So. Yeah, I mean, like Paul said, I kind of look at these prices. I'm like, whatever, $400. What's the big? And then you see everybody else complaining. You're like, oh, well, maybe we're the problem. I don't know.
I hate moral dilemmas.
Darren, you're still a sports radio talk show performer.
Yes,
it's a tax write-off.
Tax write-off.
Yeah,
exactly.
100%.
It's just a gig.
Got a very, very good accountant who has taught me these rules very well. So my wife is in wine and I'm in sports. So oftentimes our vacations are where can we go drink wine and where can we go watch sport?
That's fantastic. Send me that number. I'm not joking, by the way, for that account. I'm dead serious. I've got to get this thing dialed in 26. I've got to. I got to figure out what an HSA is. I got to figure out what all this stuff is. It's time at 50 years old to get my S together, man.
Get your S together.
That's it.
Yes. Do not be the D.
No, do not be the D in moron. Exactly.
Yeah.
You're always the D, Darren. You're our D, and we always appreciate it. Thank you so much, and we will see you next Friday.
See you Friday.
Yes, we'll see you in person.
Nice.
I mean, if you guys want.
We do. Relax.
We want. Thank you, Darren. Darren Smith appearing on our David P. Shapiro fan hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapiro.law.com. Be the P in David P. Shapiro.
Okay.
We will come back 2 hours left, including some Take on Woods, our biggest fan, our Reindl Report, and more as we go until 10 o'clock. Stick around. More on the way on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Halfway home on a Friday. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. Thanks so much for being here. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl, executive producer of the program. Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor. Happy Ding-A-Ling Day to all of you guys.
What does that mean?
National Ding-A-Ling.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
What did you just say, Ben?
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
You celebrate privately.
National Ding-A-Ling Day.
Yeah, what does it mean?
Celebrated annually on December 12th, encouraging people to call or connect with old friends, family, or acquaintances.
Okay.
They haven't spoken for in a while.
You won't be doing that, will you?
Give them a simple ring or a ding-a-ling.
Give them a ding-a-ling.
Give them a little ding-a-ling.
Save that. Call your family and give them a little ding-a-ling. Will you be participating today in National Ding-A-Ling?
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. 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 Hey, it's Ben. It's National Ding-A-Ling Day. I just wanted to call to catch up. We haven't talked in a few years. Yep.
Yeah, sure.
Good to hear from you. All right. All right. Yep. All right. Yep. Okay. All right. Bye.
God.
I could get like 15 of those in 10 minutes.
No one.
All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
Top 5 moment of the year for me. And we're going to be doing this, by the way, next week. We're going to be doing a best of the year, but we will be here. We're not just running a bunch of old stuff.
Right.
We're going to be here. We're going to do it the day before the extravaganza. So a week from yesterday. I'm so excited for it because I forgot about Ben on the phone with his mom. Oh, yeah. Sure.
Thank you for calling. Okay. All right. Thanks.
I often, and strangely enough, today is also National Salesperson Day. And I remember, I've told you guys before, when I worked in a very boiler room-esque type place, suit, tie, headset, whiteboard in the front of your cube island, name, phone time, and number of calls a day.
Right.
My very diminutive Napoleonic manager would get the report every morning at 8 a.m. and he would sit and he would scroll with a highlighter and he would have a calculator next to it and he would highlight the calls to your territory and you just see him over there with his little highlighter. Oh, personal call. Nope, no highlight. Highlighter. He would add them all up. Then he would walk to the whiteboard and he'd write next to your name the number of phone calls and how much time you spent on the phone every day, 5 days a week. And it'd make you a nervous wreck because you had great days and then you had days where you're like,
I guess I can see how there's accountability being held there, but
big
that
time.
sounds like micromanaging.
Is the point of the job to make as many calls as possible or actually land some business?
Well, so in sales, they always say sales is a numbers game. And I often think about how many dials you would have been able to make
fast.
I mean,
I'd be both the greatest and worst telesalesperson of all time.
So you'd be the guy with all the dials, but no phone time.
Both me and the person on the other end would want the conversation to end as quickly as possible.
Yeah, dude. No, I was not 17. This was not a telemarketer job. This was actually a legit job. I made good money doing this. It was hospital marketing, and I had a territory, and I would have to call through all the hospitals and clinics and set up meetings with. I mean, your boy used to go meet with CEOs and stuff when I was just a young idiot, like probably 27, 28. But I would think of you, they'd be like, Ben, you had 174 dials for 39 minutes of phone time yesterday. Like, you need to keep them on the phone. Are you not actually pitching anyone? I know you're working because you made 180 dials, but
thank you for calling. Okay. All right. Thanks. Bye. I don't do small talk. I like my talk to be large.
Yeah. And the funny thing is my manager got promoted. When he was in sales, he couldn't stop talking. He would have 33 dials for 4 hours and 50 minutes. Your sweet spot was around 80 to 90 dials for 3 hours, right? That means you're cranking a good number of calls, keeping people on the phone. But holy cow, it would have been fascinating to watch you sit there with that book and that phone and just pound those calls. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Oh, you're not interested? Okay. See you later. On to the next one.
Let's go.
Yeah. Incredible. An absolutely incredible time in my life.
Did you have a script that you worked off of, or how did that go? When you are you cold calling kind of?
Yeah, originally you have a script, and then you kind of get used to your pitch.
Start to develop different lanes. Like if they start going this way, this is kind of how you. Yeah,
that's exactly right. It was tough. I mean, it was a really, really tough gig, but
it's kind of like you have to kind of predict what they're going to ask or say and be able to.
One thing I'm really bad at, because I don't want to do it. So
listening.
Well, obviously, but talking someone into something they don't really want to do.
Yeah, it's tough.
I don't want to do that. If you tell me you don't want to do it, I take no as an answer. I am really good at taking no as an answer. I will listen to your no. I will respect your no. And if my job is to turn your no into a yes, I'm not the right man for that job.
I don't know that sales would have been for you.
You, on the other hand, have turned 20 million no's from me into yeses somehow over the last 7.5 years.
Exactly right.
It's all you do is turn no's into yeses. Because every time, there's a bit I'd like you to do. And no, I don't want to do that.
You're doing it.
And you just keep,
trust me.
You just keep
needling
until I eventually do it.
Yeah. Trust me.
And you're probably right.
And then that just turned into you showing up and being like, this is what you're doing.
Yeah, this is what you're doing now. You've given up.
Wear this, say this, do it like that.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. But anyway, I just want to wish everyone out there a happy National Ding-A-Ling Day. And that is good advice.
Ding-A-Ling.
Give somebody a call today that maybe you haven't caught up with in a while. Agreed?
No.
Who would you even call?
Such an awkward conversation. You want me to call my old high school friends or something?
I have to plan out. Like all of my friends, they're usually busy during the day. When I'm home, getting off work at 10, they're usually busy. They're at work, whatever they got going on, families and stuff. I'd have to text them at least hours in advance.
Hey, are you free at
What
noon?
are you doing at 5 or 6 tonight?
Isn't it arrogant to think that they'd even want to hear from me at this point? Am I just imposing on their day by calling randomly and going, hey, it's Ding-A-Ling Day, and I just thought maybe we'd like to catch up. It's been a while since we've spoken. That's so arrogant. I am imposing on your day. You have better things to do than talk to me.
I don't know. It's nice to get a call from somebody you haven't heard from. Yeah, I like it when I get a call. Well, I say that.
When a number pops up on your phone and you haven't heard from that person in 3 years, is your first instinct joy? Oh, look at that. Or is it absolute terror?
What the hell do they want?
You're right. I have
to not even reach out and let me know you were going to call. Oh God, somebody died.
Who do I know that just died? Who needs a favor?
Who needs money?
Who needs money? I mean, you just have the worst thoughts when you see a number you haven't seen forever.
You call me a couple of times a day, at least once a day.
Yeah.
And I expect it and I'm fine. And there's no panic there. But yeah, the way Ben's talking, if somebody from high school called me, somebody that I haven't heard from in years just randomly called me, I'm like, what the hell is happening right now?
I swear, this still is the case. My mother calls me, and I miss the call, and I see missed call. She will text me immediately and say, nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry.
Don't worry. Not an emergency.
I love that.
Don't worry.
Okay.
We'll catch up later.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
This happened to me this week, as a matter of fact. I have an old friend from my college days in Chicago. He's a great dude named Ryan. And he texted me a month ago, hey, coming to town. Got this group of, I think I don't know what he does. He's in the golf industry somehow. And he was coming in town with these older women that were playing in some golf tournament. And he goes, I'm coming in. I need some restaurant recommendations. I said, okay. So I shot him back.
Concierge
Woods. Send him back. He goes, I want Mexican, Italian, blah, blah. So I give it all to him up in North County. So I give it to him. All right. I wipe my hands clean. He's like, hey, by the way, would love to see you for a drink. I said, oh, I'm literally baseball practice, football practice. We have playoffs, blah, blah, blah. And I couldn't do it, but we've said it before, this is a nice place that people want to come visit and come to vacation, but this is also where I live. My life is here. My home is here. We have a schedule, and I can't go out willy-nilly in the afternoon at 2:00 and start pounding beers in a pro shop like I used to.
Oh, I've had that. Yeah, friends are in town.
And it just can't. Like,
I've had friends come down here for work. Yeah, and they're like, "Hey,
let's party, dude.
It's 1. I'm down in PB or something. You want to grab some beers?"
I love you, man. I just can't. So I wrote him back and I said, "Look, I can't. I got baseball practice tonight. It's also Tuesday, so I'm not leaving my house on a Tuesday ever unless it's for baseball practice." And I said, "But I'll be in Chicago in June, and maybe I'll have more time then. And so maybe you guys can meet Carla. He's a good dude. He's a really, really good dude. Wild.
So then when we get there, it is a Tuesday for him, and it's a work day. And it's
then hey, I'm here.
Let's go.
I'm at Schmigley Field. Come on down. Time to get faded in the middle of the day. Come on down to Schmigley, bro. Yeah, it's your whole life is just people texting you saying, "Hey, we should get together," and you writing back, "Hell yeah, sounds good."
Right.
You have a very busy life with your kids, obviously. But do you ever embellish as an excuse not to do
all
things?
the time? That's
Yeah.
why I had children. Yeah. That's the sole reason I had children, was to get out of doing stuff, honestly, and the love that they give you and all that. But it's the greatest part. Oh, just a little under the weather. No good. Can do. No can do. I try to get out of everything, as you know.
I understand that sentiment. I really do.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
And it doesn't mean you don't like the person on the other end of the
No.
phone either. You don't want them to feel bad. It's not them you don't want to hang out with. You just don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
Do you ever keep track of how many times you blow somebody off before
Yeah.
you're probably like, "All right, I should probably just go grab
At least a mental tally of I've probably blown off 2 or 3 in a row. It's time that I need to bite the bullet and do something. But some of you people out there are the doers who want to do things.
Yeah.
And we're not really the doers.
Yeah, like Questions Mood says, now that the boys are getting more self-sufficient, he's planning for another one. 100%. I need the baby. The baby gets you out.
Yeah.
You don't have to answer phone calls, texts. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do when you have a baby.
I have a baby.
I have a baby.
I have a baby.
There's no.
I'm sorry.
No,
I have a baby.
Can't do it. I have a baby.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So
there's a baby in my life.
It's something else. So there was some audio that was going around yesterday, and I wanted to play for you guys. And
I think we should do it at 8:35.
do it at 8:35.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
This is wild.
We're going to introduce you to a new cast member on the show.
Yeah,
at
potentially.
8:35.
Potentially.
Yes, I think it deserves its time.
He's a little bit out there.
Yeah, he is. So stay tuned for that. But before that, we're going to play a little Take on Woods in our next segment. Last game of the week. Chance to qualify for our grand prize drawing to Las Vegas. If you'd like to be our contested, boom, the phone lines are now open. I have magically opened them at 833-288-0973. Call now. Play some musical trivia against Woods in our next segment for the chance to go to Las Vegas. The concert tickets to New Kids on the Block, although you're just taking away Jocelyn's chances to win if you qualify, and she would be so disappointed. So if you want to call in and throw the game, you can do that as well. 833-288-0973. Take on Woods is coming up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3, The Fan. Before we play, though, you can play on your own, on your app. I'm talking about Prize Picks, daily fantasy. Whatever sports you're watching, bowl season is here. There are going to be games, I believe, starting tomorrow, pretty much every day for the next 3 weeks. And, they don't mean a lot otherwise, but if you kind of are watching and you want them to mean something, how about putting together fantasy lineups with your bowl games on Prize Picks? You're picking against the numbers, setting your lineups between 2 and 6 players on stat projections. So if it's college football, passing yards, passing touchdowns, rushing yards, total yards, you can put them all together. The more you put together, the more you win in your lineups, or make the smaller lineups go for the smaller victories. Those can add up actually quite quickly. You win 3 or 4 of those smaller ones, and I've had weeks where I've won 4 or 5 times, and all of a sudden you look in your account and wow, that looks pretty good. You can start by adding some free money to your account when you sign up and download the Prize Picks app. Use the code KWFN. You're going to get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. That's code KWFN to get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, been doing it for a couple of years. You could be next. Be the big winner when you're watching sports. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for details.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
I'm intrigued to meet our new cast member coming up here at the bottom of the hour. Ben and Woods. Don't forget all guests on Ben and Woods up here on our David P. Shapiro fan hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Before we do that, though, it is time to play our game. Let's get to the final one of the week. It is time for Take on Woods. Take on Woods brought to you by Bay Alarms, security and fire alarms for every business. We got you, and I think first one in here. Patrick, are you available for Take on Woods?
I am available.
Outstanding. Then let's play our game today. If you can beat or tie Woods in our 5 questions of musical trivia, you're going to qualify for our grand prize drawing at the end of the month. It is a trip for 2 to Las Vegas to see New Kids on the Block, 2 nights at the Park MGM, and a $100 gas card. Get your own tickets for New Kids at Ticketmaster.com. Here are your category choices. Woods has already left the studio. You got The Long Goodbye, 5 song titles that include the word goodbye. We have Right Here, 5 2-second songs that begin with the word here. And our new category today, Legends of the Fall, 5 songs that include fall in the title. So The Long Goodbye, Right Here, or Legends of the Fall. Patrick, what would you like to play?
Let's do Right Here.
Right Here. All right, back to 2-second songs again today. 5 of them, and again, they all begin with the word here. You'll have 60 seconds, so you need to give me both the song title and the artist to score the point. You know, Patrick, if you don't know it, you can pass. We can come back to it if there's time left on the clock. Polly, you good to go?
Ready.
All right, let's get to it. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. The category again, Right Here. Patrick, your time begins when Paul plays our first song. Good luck. Let's take on Woods.
Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles.
Correct. Song number 2.
Here I Go Again by Whitesnake.
Correct. Song number 3.
That's the Eurythmics. Here Comes the Rain Again.
Correct. Song number 4.
I'll pass on that one.
All right, song number 5.
Ooh, don't know that one. Pass.
All right, song number 4.
Is that Here Without You by 3 Hours Down?
It is not. You want to try song number 5 again? Sounds like a tough one for you.
Quickly.
Sounds like 3 is going to be the score to beat. Patrick, not bad, though. You got
such a good start.
Here Comes the Sun, Beatles, Here I Go Again, White Snake, and Here Comes the Rain Again. The 4th one, Here Comes My Girl by Tom Petty. And the last one, I see some people in the chat got it. Here Comes the Hot Stepper by Ini Kamoze from the 90s. Let's bring Woods in and see how he does with the same 5 questions without the benefit of the category. But I will tell you, we are also, again, at all 2-second songs today. Patrick's score is locked in. Woods, you get the same 5. Let's put 60 seconds back on the clock. Your time begins when Paul plays the music. Good luck, Woods. Let's take on Patrick.
Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles.
Correct. Song number 2.
Here I Go Again on My Own by Whitesnake.
Correct. Song number 3.
Here Comes the Rain Again by Eurythmics.
Correct. Song number 4.
Here Comes My Girl by Tom Petty.
Wow. Song number 5. Ooh, Paul's making it tougher for you.
I love this song. What is it? F.
You got some time here.
I know.
What's the category?
Here.
Mm-hmm.
You got like 20 seconds.
Yeah, just think. Sing it in your head.
It's not Digital Underground. Who is it? Here Comes My Taint.
That's
by
not
Avril Lavigne.
But you did win 4-3, thanks to Here Comes My Girl.
Close.
Here Comes the Hot Stepper. Ini
By-
Kamoze.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That was a tough one. You know the song, obviously.
Yeah.
He's the lyrical
Was he cutting
gangster.
mine way short?
He was, just because you had already won at the end. Patrick
I was
did well
doing
at first 3, but then...
I would have gotten that. I would have gotten all those. Yeah, easy. Yeah.
That one.
That done. All I needed is that.
So I can announce officially that we will be doing the rematch next Friday, including the use of live 2-second songage from Bobby Cressy, who will be playing on his keyboard, and you and John will get the buzzers back out. It was a big hit last year. He wants another shot at you.
Okay.
So we're putting together a grand game again of Take on Woods versus Take on John for our
he's good.
Christmas and holiday extravaganza.
He is very good.
All right. When we come back, though, we'll meet the new cast member. You might be familiar with him, actually. It's coming up next here on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
But first, gang, this holiday season, don't let pain take away any joy that you may feel being around your family, going out and doing stuff. You know, it's not just the holidays, but it's just that time of year. It's the end of the year. You want to be dialed in and get ready for the new year. QC Kinetics can certainly help you if you're having a lot of pain in your knees, your back, your hip, your shoulder, really any of your joints. I have pain in my knuckles. Like, they will take care of you. Don't let it rob you of another day, honestly, or another year, certainly. Everything could change when your body remembers how to heal. Just needs a little help finding the way back. QC Kinetics right here in San Diego believes relief does not have to come from surgery or pain pills. They use your body's own natural healing abilities to repair and restore what's been lost, helping you move, live, and feel like yourself again. So QC Kinetics can deliver long-term relief. Make this season of giving your turning point where pain stops defining you after all. It's time to take the first step, literally, to walk, to hike, to run. Make your appointment today. Get started. QC Kinetics. Healing is within reach. I am a big supporter and client of QC Kinetics. Anytime I have joint pain, I know exactly where I'm going. Schedule your free consultation today. Great time to use that HSA and FSA for treatments. Call 619-614-PAIN, 619-614-PAIN. Once again, it is 619-614-PAIN. Let them know. Woodsy from 97.3 The Fan sent you, please.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Got a biggest fan announcement coming up at 9 o'clock this hour on Ben and Woods. Well, I'll just hold off for a second because I'm excited about what's coming up. We've got a new character of the show that is going to be introduced momentarily, and we'll get to it after a check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury.
This traffic report is driven by Sedano Ford and Lincoln. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, San Diego. On the 15 northbound at the 78, got a crash. You also have a collision on the 163 southbound at Washington Street, taking out the right lane. The delays, they begin right around the 8th. Massive holiday savings are happening now. Drive electric with a powerful Matchy Premium for an amazing $349 a month. Sedano Ford and Lincoln, your local veteran-owned dealer, has gifts so nice they've wrapped them twice. Hurry down to La Mesa. Visit SedanoFord.com for all details. I'm Sue Aller with Ben and Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
You know me. I like sports talk radio. I've been listening my whole life. But at some point, I want my host to be authentic. I don't want screamers who have uninformed opinions that are acting like they know everything. I respect a lot of people in this business who have put in a lot of time understanding their sports and can really enlighten me as to what's going on. One of those people actually is Stephen A. Smith. We've had him on our show before.
With all due respect, shut the hell up.
I find him entertaining and funny.
He does entertain me from time to time.
And he knows his stuff when it comes to basketball.
100%.
He really does. Doesn't he?
I would say so, Paulie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he does.
It is funny. Because just because you can talk about it doesn't mean you can do it, obviously.
Sure.
As we all sit here. It is funny to watch him shoot a basketball. That I will. When they had him out there shooting, it was funny. But he knows the game and he knows the players, and he's a power broker in basketball.
He's dialed in.
He is not just what you have known from First Take for the last 15 years or whatever. Like, that's not just who he is.
Right.
That's a television character now.
Yeah.
that is performative. That is his main job.
Sure.
But he was a very well-established writer, journalist.
Yeah.
Like he's put in the work for sure.
The thing is, and look, we all know what we take what we hold sacred in this show, in this city is baseball. We know it, and it bugs us when ESPN even broadcasts baseball, right? Like we all got so annoyed, and the thing that I found, and Ben, you can speak to this too. I don't mind so much look, they're favoring the Dodgers in this broadcast against the Padres. That doesn't really bother me. It makes kind of sense to me, right? But it's you're literally talking out of your ass about the Padres. Like you didn't ask any questions.
No,
like,
I'll also admit you don't have to be the most informed person to have an enlightened take on something.
Sure, absolutely, no question.
Sometimes
it's a life. It relates to life somehow.
Yeah, and sometimes someone with a different perspective. I wouldn't have thought about it that way, but I'm glad you chimed in on that. But when you pretend like you know something and then you don't.
This laid me out yesterday. This was making the rounds. He was talking about Pete Alonso. And how he went, he left the Mets let him go, and he's going to the Baltimore Orioles. And he was talking about he pulled up his stats and he starts going through Pete Alonso's
like
stats.
why this was not a good deal.
I don't even know what his I don't know. I think he was saying the Mets should have held on to him, which is a decent take, and I think a lot of people had that take. But listen, see if you can catch what he misses here.
He got injured in year 2. So he hits 53 home runs and 120 RBIs his first year in 2019. Next year he gets hurt. Okay. Only played in 57 games. Still smacked 16 home runs, 35 RBIs. Next year, 37 home runs, 94 RBIs. The year after that, 2022, 40 home runs.
I think he's
really just going.
What injury was that, Stephen A?
When did he get hurt?
Only playing 57 games.
How do you only play 57 games in 2020, Stephen A?
I feel like I saw a lot of Pete Alonso in 2020.
I do too.
Like almost every game of the season.
I feel like he was grinding pretty good in 2020.
In the 60-game season?
In that 60-game
57 of them, Stephen A.
He actually projected out about 50 homers that year had they played the full year.
You're telling me he actually played 95% of that season.
Played again.
He got injured in year 2. So he hits 53 home runs and 120 RBIs his first year in 2019. Next year he gets hurt.
He didn't get hurt.
Okay. Only played in 57 games.
Oh, man. Now, see, when it comes when it comes to baseball, him and Cowherd do this all the time. I mean, they are the two most notorious offenders.
That's right. I said it.
I just don't think they watch enough baseball. And by enough, I mean any. I just don't think
because
they watch
there's not enough time.
There's not enough time. Correct.
To be as knowledgeable about basketball as he is requires you to step back in some other sports. It's understandable.
I think he covers football more than basketball.
And he does too.
Yeah.
Yes. Baseball is by far
way
deep into his third sport.
I understand why. I understand why. For what he does on the national level,
hard to do.
Football is by far number one, but don't know what you don't know.
So
don't try to pretend.
It was a lesson I learned about 6 weeks into this job of like, I can't do this. I don't care enough about the NBA to come in and talk about it. So you guys know I don't. I just don't talk. When you talk about it, I go, you tell me, because I don't watch. He can't. Why can't he do that?
And I'm looking right into the camera.
And I think,
and I'm going to say it again. You do not want to make an enemy out of me.
Brilliant. He's a brilliant entertainer. But why can't he? They're so afraid to admit what they don't know.
Yeah.
They're terrified to come off that they don't know. And I was laughing, man. I saw this and I went, now you look like a buffoon because you didn't know what you were talking about.
But you can know enough. You're from New York. You can know enough that losing Pete Alonso hurts the Mets fans.
Sure.
Hurts the fan base.
And you can have that.
You can say, I don't know whether he's going to be a star with the Orioles, if he's going to keep putting up the numbers, but don't go back and make it seem like you understand.
So informed.
Because
by just reading
if you
stats.
cover baseball enough, you look at someone's stat line, and you're so used to seeing 2020 being that weird year, 57 games, 59 games, because you cover baseball. And it's like, it's normal. Clearly that showed. He doesn't go back and look enough that looked weird to him. Oh, 57, he must have gotten hurt. Anytime you play less than 162, you were injured. Well, no, of course not. It was 2020. No one played more than 60 games that year.
Elisa says it's the human male condition. It 100% is. And I had to learn myself, hey, man, instead of sounding like an absolute jackass about it, or for even pretending that you watched it, just say you don't know. I mean, it would be like me coming in here tomorrow, or not tomorrow. Tomorrow would be Saturday. Coming in here Monday as Stephen A. Woods and coming in here and talking about the NBA, of which I have not watched one singular second of. And I know the record is 24-1. It's a mirage. Shea Gilgeous Alexander is good, but he ain't that good. He's good. Get the ball to Shea Gilgeous. He can make plays. Shea Gilgeous Alexander knows what he is doing, but it's the guys around him that make him better. It's Luguentz Dort that makes him better. And Chet Holmgren. It's Ousmane Dieng that is making Shea Gilgeous Alexander lead that team to that 24-1 mirage of a record. See how stupid you sound? You see how dumb you sound when you come in here to pretend? You guys told me yesterday, like, oh, man, they're wrong. I go, what's their record? Oh, 24-1. That's awesome.
Right.
Paulie said, you'd love watching them. I go, oh, yeah, I've seen a couple of things. Not like, Paul, I know who Shea Gilgeous Alexander is. I know who he is. Stephen A. Woods. From now on, if you need an appearance from Stephen A. Woods about something, I'll just make it up because that's what he does.
I had the same disease at some point. You're afraid to not know something.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest. If you want someone to break down the offensive line play of the Tennessee Titans,
it's Ben
don't
Higgins.
listen to our show.
No,
I can't do it either. I can't do it. I watch more basketball than you do. And I can talk. Yeah, everybody does. And I can talk. I certainly can talk about the Aztecs basketball team. You watch the Aztecs.
I watch the Aztecs all the time. I feel when I watch an Aztecs game, I'm like, cool. I have
enough NBA on at my home at night that I can, put together some opinions. But I'm not going to be the guy who drives an NBA talk show anymore.
Oh no.
I've done it in the past, but I can't do it now.
When I drop dead, have a ball.
You know why? Because we spend so much time on
Baseball.
the Padres and Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
So that we know what we're talking about and that we can give you somewhat intelligent, informed opinions on that one sport. It doesn't leave enough time to do everything else. You can't do it all well.
No, I've often said, those guys, I admire the Jim Romes and the Cowherds and Stephen A. Smith. They make a lot more money than we do. There's no question about it. But I also I'm going, at what cost? Because I know all of you guys have children as well. So, how do you possibly? I can't get away for a quarter of a game most week. Honestly, the NFL, I have barely gotten a chance to watch it because I'm slammed. I'm running around to baseball fields and football fields, and as much as I would like to be able to be more informed on things, I just can't. But baseball season comes around, yeah, man. I don't miss too many pitches, and I guess it's an honest mistake, but it's one that they keep making, especially when it comes to baseball. So if it were me, if I were him, I think you just comment on how it affects the city of New York, the team, a homegrown guy, whatever, that's fine. But to start ripping it, his stats in half and forgetting that there was a COVID year and saying that he got injured when he didn't, in fact, get injured is a tough look. It's a tough look.
I think so.
As do I.
You can be wise enough to know what you don't know.
I also don't know that enough of his audience even cares or noticed, picked up on it, because I do think it's natural that as a radio host, he'll kind of cater to his audience preferences.
Look, some days you've got to BS your way through things.
Sure, he could have been on the air when that news came down.
There's no doubt about it. But there is there's an account on Twitter that kills me, and I would hate if somebody did this to me, so I can't say anything. But it's called Funhouse, and it's Mike and Mad Dog enthusiast. This dude will listen to Francesa and Mad Dog when they were together, and now that they're apart, and he just shreds them. Every day he just posts clips of them talking out of their ass because that's what they mostly do. I don't know that they watch the games in which they're talking about.
Have we been guilty of it? Yeah,
sure.
Every once in a while,
Absolutely.
And I'm not telling you you have to hate Stephen A. now. You certainly don't. He's
I don't.
I don't either.
Jay-Z says I can listen to 2 hours of Stephen A. Woods. Wouldn't it make you tired of me just in here screaming? Baker Mayfield is not good. Whatever. Like it
stay off the damn weed.
Lunatic. 57. He got hurt. 57 games.
57.
Manny Machado only played 60 games that year. Didn't get the bang for our buck.
What happened to posting every day?
Yeah, I thought you were a big poster. Did you not?
Every day.
I thought Manny Machado posted 60 games, 30 million. That's it. That's all you did. 60. That's what it sounds like to me when I hear it.
Trying to think of like the basketball comparison. You're like, wait. Half the season was in a bubble?
Yeah, in a bubble?
That's not real basketball.
That's so good.
Scream.
I can't do it. I don't have the pipes for it anymore. Stephen A. Woods, whenever you need him, you let me know.
Gilgius.
Shea Gilgius. How else would you say it? Shea Gilgius Alexander. Thank you, Stephen A. He's going to make $7 billion this year as I'm over here tightening the belt.
Padres spending a little money today. They are still, since 2025 is not over. And remember, because they didn't get Roki Sasaki, they ended up with extra money in their international signing pool that they didn't have to spend. They spent some of it early in the year, but they still had some left over.
Does that roll over like an HSA?
No.
Or does it lose that like an FSA?
It's like an FSA. You lose it at the end of the year. So they're spending like, drunken sailors right now to get all of it done. They added Dominican shortstop Dari Guerrero with a $250,000 bonus. Francis Romero says switch hitter with a very clean swing. Some compare him to Geraldo Perdomo, a 6.7 runner with a plus arm, a native of Nizao. His father is a cousin of Vladimir Guerrero Sr.
Nice.
And then our friends at Mad Friars chimed in as well. Padres still have enough money in the bonus pool for maybe another similar signing, around another $250,000. But you have to do that before the end of the year because next year you get a whole new bonus pool for your international signings and it all starts over. So use
another shortstop.
Use it or lose it.
Yeah,
Padres using it today on adding a Dominican shortstop.
Good deal. Still waiting for that big splash on the trade market. Nothing yet. Nothing. It's been very quiet today in Major League Baseball as well.
Remember that COVID year? That was that off season. Everything happened over the Christmas holidays.
Yeah.
Remember, it was like move. That was when the Yu Darvish signing happened. It felt like what was like the 27th, 28th of December, if I remember correctly.
I think it was the 29th.
Was it the 29th?
Yeah. Yeah. I hope that doesn't happen this time, but if it does, we'll figure it out.
AJ has been active all different times.
He's
been
always active
early. He's been active winter meetings. He's been active over the holidays. He's been active early in spring training when he waits. That's when Nick Pivetta signed, when the Dylan Cease trade happened right before the season started. You never know when AJ is going to act. You got to always be on your toes. All right, final hour of Ben and Woods is coming up. We will get to our biggest fan announcement. Paulie's going to give us some headlines in the Reindl Report going until 10 o'clock this morning. Ben, Woods, and Paul on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. I don't think I told you this, but my son has given up his fandom of the LA Clippers.
That
after
was fast.
What they did to Chris Paul and the whole Kawhi Leonard scandal.
So you've disavowed the Lakers,
and he's now disavowed the Clippers.
Trying to get all the LA out of that house.
What does Stephen A. Woods think about
So
the
he
Clippers?
switched his.
How could you leave the Clippers?
He switched his loyalty now to the San Antonio Spurs. What does Stephen A. think of the Spurs?
Oh, that
Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama. Elite player.
Does Stephen A. Woods like Victor Wembanyama's game better than what's his name? The big forward for Milwaukee. He's not super happy.
Oh God. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Nailed it.
I saw somebody in the chats. I always thought it was Luka Doncic, and I go, yeah, I think I did too for a while. Luka Doncic. It's how it's spelled.
It is.
Yeah, with a C. So wait, you gave up the Lakers. He gave up the Clippers.
Yeah,
and now he's just jumped ship to San Antonio.
Yeah, that's he's put a few days thought into which team he was going to switch to, and
it's weird.
Now he's a San Antonio Spurs fan.
Sports are weird. They're very weird.
He thought I can't do Oklahoma City. That is too bandwagoning.
Yeah, for sure.
They're too good to jump to right
24
now.
and once. I mean, it makes sense.
So he picked a team that's on the rise with a young star. He already liked Victor Wembanyama. I said, well, that makes a lot of sense. You know, got some history. You can probably cheer for that team. So
I mean,
he
who
switched.
cares?
I don't know how passionate he is yet. But
Root for whoever you want to.
Exactly.
You know.
All right. Before we get to the Reindl Report, it is time for today's biggest fan announcement. If you hear your name called, you'll have 10 minutes to call us back at 833-288-0973 to qualify for our grand prize. 20 tickets, a night in our Odyssey Suite at a Padres game this upcoming season with all the fan staff catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. And
We are looking for Rochelle Ferretti.
That's correct, Stephen A.
I got that right.
Rochelle Ferretti from San Diego. You are on the clock. 833-288-0973. Call now. You got 10 minutes to call us back and qualify. Get your name in at 973thefan, sd.com/biggest-fan. Paulie, if you would.
And get things started here with our today's edition of the Reindl Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Reindl Report with Paul Reindl.
Hi, Paul.
All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Reindl Report
Hey, Paul, how you doing? Okay, how are you?
on 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a yeah? Oh, yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Before you get started, Paulie, let's go out to line 1. Rochelle, are you there?
This is Rochelle. It's actually pronounced Rachel, but
it is
I'm
Rachel.
excited you
Sorry.
actually called me.
Well, I guess I nailed the bit then.
That's
I got the
perfect.
name
We
wrong,
don't know what
so-
we're talking about. There you go. Pretending we do, but we don't. I can tell you, you are in to our grand prize drawing. Thank you for listening and playing our biggest fan contest, Rachel.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks, Rachel.
She sounds lovely.
She does.
Yeah.
To be fair, the way at least it was typed when it was sent to me is Rachelle.
Yeah.
Yes, very
I think-
clearly Rachel.
Pronounced Rachel.
It says it screams Rochelle to me.
Rochelle is a name as well.
Yeah, but that's
Which
usually
is how
with an
you-
O. Rochelle.
Rochelle?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I went to school with a Rochelle.
Did you?
R.A.
She an exotic
New
dancer
Rochelle,
now?
New York, I think
Probably.
is Rochelle, but yeah, I guess it can go either way. There's Rochelle's and Rochelle's.
All right.
But this is Rachel.
Rachel.
Yeah.
Congrats.
All right, Paulie, take it away.
I don't know if it's Lindsay or Lindsay, but I got a story here about Lindsay. Lindsay Vaughn. So she took first place at the World Cup downhill. That was her first win at age 41. She got her first win since 2018. It has been 7 years since her last dub.
We're talking skiing here.
This gives
Yes.
Phillip Rivers some hope here.
Yes.
She left the sport for many years, came back, and is once again on top of the mountain,
I mean,
so
it
to
takes
speak.
7 years. I don't know what it's like to. I've never gone skiing. Actually, I was always learned how to snowboard.
Never gone skiing.
Never
Oh,
tried
so fun.
skiing once.
So hard.
No, it's not.
Skiing is so hard.
My 6-year-old at the time and my 4-year-old at the time both crushed it just 6 months a year ago.
So I don't know what
so
it's
hard
like
for
to.
me.
I don't know what it's like to. I don't know how active she was with skiing over the last 7 years while she's been kind of laying low and out of the spotlight. But to just show up, you're hoping to just compete, maybe finish the race, right? She got first place at the World Cup downhill.
Now she's not that skier that you hate, right? There was
I don't hate
a
any
female
skiers.
skier that you absolutely
That was Michaela
hated.
Schifrin, I believe.
Boy, he hated her. I remember during
I
the
didn't
Olympics.
hate-
I
you
vaguely
you don't remember this?
something about
he
this.
was so mad at her for having mental health issues that at the time.
What, you have like money on her?
I
or
don't
something?
remember the specifics. I feel like she didn't handle it well at the time.
Right.
But
you were so hot about that. So this is not that one that
That's
you
not.
hated. Okay, cool. All right.
Lindsey Vonn, former
Just wanna make
girlfriend of Tiger Woods, right? Yeah.
Is that right?
I believe
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't. Yeah, I wish I had the audio. I don't totally remember Ben.
He did. Oh, he couldn't stand Michaela Schifrin.
Melting
whatever
down.
reason.
All right. Well, we will move on. Philly sports fan is an interesting cat.
Yeah.
To just kind of sit back and study. Of course, we have Phillies fan.
Yo, call me when you get your phone. We love Phillies fan. Had a great time amongst
We
them.
played the audio of Philly Mike when we went and met our Uber driver
Yeah.
out in Philadelphia.
He was elite.
He was a lunatic. Got a story here that this guy's going viral. He posted a Ring camera footage after
No way.
Monday night's epic loss for the Eagles to the Chargers. Jalen Hurts threw four picks and a fumble.
Yep.
2 of those turnovers on one play, which is very hard to do.
Very hard to do.
And of course, through a game-losing interception as they were driving. And I got to imagine most Birds fans were going through it. But this guy actually posted a Ring camera footage of a police officer showing up to his home and doing a wellness check because of a Facebook post that this Eagles fan posted. I don't have the post. I believe it was taken down. I don't know what he said. I have an idea of what he said.
Yeah.
Reacting to another tough loss. But
He threatened to
harm himself.
Hey man, how's it going? Are you Jake?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, so someone called in reference to your Facebook post.
The Eagles lost, man.
I know. So
I'm fine. The Eagles lost and the dogs are barking.
I got you. You don't plan on hurting yourself?
No, Jalen Hurts threw 3. Turned the ball over 6 times, man.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. All right, man. I appreciate it. All right. Take it easy.
Cop kind of sounds like Ben there at the end. Okay.
Right,
Yeah.
All right, man. I appreciate it. All right. Take it easy.
Okay. Yeah.
He posted on Facebook. Someone was like, "Can you go check on my friend?" Or they were like, "Hey, go check on my friend."
I love when he goes, dude,
the Eagles
lost. My
Don't-
dogs are barking. I'm pissed, okay?
Don't joke about self-harm.
Correct.
No.
That is a don't do this.
And I think Cop did what he was supposed to do.
We used to do it all the time.
Yeah.
You know, and the reality is, if you joke about it, the person who isn't joking about it and really needs the help, we're going to dismiss it.
That's right.
Because
Sure.
Everyone just thinks, oh, he's just joking. So you have to take that seriously and try to excise that from your language.
Yeah, and it's hard. It is hard to do, but it is. You can do it. You can do it.
We all have that instinct to just yell it out when you're
Be
just
like,
having the worst
"Oh."
day.
Yeah. No, I mean, I would do it humorously.
Sure.
You know, like, oh my God, I forgot my phone. I'm gonna blank. Right.
Right.
Putting it out there on
We all have.
Facebook
We
where
all
you have
have.
family members, though.
Yeah, throwing it
and
online is-
maybe can't read sarcasm fonts.
Correct.
I can understand. Yeah, just be careful.
But I mean, kudos to the cop for going to pick him up.
Yeah,
But
well.
he had to have been like, oh my God, there's a police officer here. Like,
What the hell is going on?
We play that clip of that Steelers fan, and he says it.
Now,
We laugh at it,
He
but you
probably
shouldn't
did need-
say it.
He probably did.
He
need a
might have meant
mental
it.
health check.
He was tough.
You're gonna find me dead.
After a loss.
I'm gonna kill myself.
That's so hardcore.
That's gnarly.
Don't ask me to do nothing. This is nothing.
But smartly, he really just wanted to get out of doing chores. And that is, I guess, a good way to get out of doing chores after your favorite team loses.
Yes. All right. And then finally, I know we're not in the business of turning away listeners, but I guess I'll give the PSA. If you have any little ears listening, this might be a time where you wanted to switch the radio for just a few
I
minutes.
don't even know what this is. This is racy.
We can just figure out how to get through this one.
Okay.
This kind of goes with something that we were talking about yesterday. We were talking about Corn Tub and the year in review and
Corn Tub year in review.
So it's kind of in the same vein there.
Oh, I know what this is.
Yeah, some international problems for an actress.
Yeah.
We'll call her Bonnie.
Bonnie.
She was in Bali.
Bonnie was in Bali.
Yeah. Bali Blue. We'll call her Bali Blue. I don't know. She was detained and held in Bali because, well, she was seen driving around with like a bus, I guess you could call it.
Yeah, like the Ben bus.
Like you have a Ben bus.
I do.
Bali Blue also has a bus.
She also has a bus.
But the fine people of Bali, they're not super excited about that kind of bus.
They don't
driving around.
They don't play that there, where she was driving around. I guess soliciting men to
go for a ride in the bus.
Go for a ride in the Bali Blue bus.
So
she was arrested.
The 26-year-old actress, Bali Blue, was arrested. Honestly, I saw this maybe 2 days ago, and I thought she may not ever get out.
Yeah, I don't know the rules over in.
I know things are a lot.
It's different
more
over.
strict. It is a different.
Be careful.
If you're going to another country, you better know their laws and their customs before you show up.
Believe you me, I did some Googling on Manchester last year when I went.
Remember the kid in what was it, in Singapore who chewed gum and threw it on the street?
And caned him.
Yeah.
One of my closest friends lives in Singapore now.
Yes.
He's just like, dude, it's crazy, especially to be
weed and stuff.
He's an African-American expat, so they're already kind of like, are you supposed to be here? Do you live here? He's like, I get questioned everywhere.
Damn.
And he's like, dude, if you do anything illegal, they're looking for an excuse to lock you up.
So he liked weed when he got there. He does not.
He wouldn't even consider
touch
getting near it now.
That's like truly like if you had it, found it, you just like smoke it under your bed.
I think we talked about Seth Rogen did an interview. He's like, I had a roach basically in an old pocket of an old jacket, and he goes like they would have arrested me and put me in prison for that.
They do not play over there.
So I was like legitimately like, oh, she's never gonna see her again.
How'd she get out?
So she was released. She has been deported and banned from Bali
so you can't
for
go
a
back
decade.
to Bali.
Is the
Bali
latest.
Bali Blue and her bus were banned from Bali. Bonnie Blue and her blue bus. No. Bonnie Blue and her bus were banned from Bali.
Say that 5 times fast.
For real. So is she going to stand trial? Does she have to go back and stand trial?
I think,
hey,
if they're deporting and banning you
you're
for
done.
Once you're out,
years,
you're
out.
I don't think they
It's
can
over.
convince you to come back. I would say, in
hey,
fact,
you need to come back and get your sentence.
I would say their message is very clear. Don't come back.
That's quite
Your name is now on the list.
Like I don't know. It's quite a stunt that she's pulling. She's pulled a few. Are you familiar
I'm not aware.
Are you familiar with Bonnie Blue, Ben?
You've talked about her enough that I
have
named.
not.
Yeah.
No, I haven't. But you were you familiar with her?
I wasn't until recently. No.
Sure. Right. Okay.
She's one of the most popular people on the planet,
Right.
and you've never heard of her. Weird.
That's very odd. Yeah, she doesn't play for the Cavaliers, so how would he possibly know?
Now,
She's not a Mountain West basketball analyst.
She's not a Mountain West basketball analyst. She doesn't write. She's not a beat writer for Boise State, so how can he ever know? Thank you, Polly. Joining us now from Boise State, it's their beat writer, Bonnie Blue.
Just ask her.
Can we start doing that to him where we get, adult film actresses on and pretend that they're beat writers for Mountain West colleges. I can't think of a better bit in my whole life. Ben starts asking them, so you got a new coach this year, and how's that with you? I'm like, excuse me? I have no idea what you're talking about.
They do have a Bonnie Blue football field.
They do.
There.
They do have a Bonnie Blue football field.
Up next, Mia Malkova is going to tell us all about San Diego State and Fresno State basketball. That'd be the great Ben interviewing.
Yes, adult film stars
about
Em McKee's. She said it's in Singapore. It's illegal to be naked in your home with the curtains open.
Wow, I would get in so much trouble. So much trouble. The whole family's nude a lot.
Curtains open.
Curtains open. Well, you can't really see in our house.
That's what I always think too, because we don't have curtains on
if you're
every
in the
single one of
backyard,
our
yes,
windows.
you can see us.
Yeah.
If you're in the backyard, you can see.
But I
through
always
our
wonder,
whole house.
like I can see out the window from my bathroom for miles and miles. Like there's a view. It's a nice view. Like from the bathtub, there's like a window, and I can look out. There's no close houses or anywhere. But if someone had a telescope and wanted to
watch you
spy,
bathe?
take a bath, yeah.
Do you take baths?
Not often, but I can.
No.
You know, when you're sick and you feel like I just want to lay in the bathtub, but you can see through the window.
You can't. My house is completely blocked.
But I'm not doing anything wrong by being in my house.
No,
naked.
it's your house. You
It's
do
my
whatever you
house.
want. Man's home is his kingdom, right? Your castle.
And if someone really wanted to just, spy through my window,
you would let them.
I mean,
who are you to stop them?
I kind of have that feeling like, okay, if you want to go to that much trouble, and if you're enjoying it that much,
Check it out.
Here's
go
the
ahead.
show.
I love it.
I don't see why anyone would enjoy that show, but it's on display.
Can we get back to Ben interviewing Riley Reid as if she was
Colorado State
beat writer for Colorado State? So the altitude, how's that? How do you perform in the altitude?
Hi,
there?
Riley.
Ben Higgins here.
Right, Ben Higgins, Channel 10. Your thoughts on year 3 for Deion Sanders?
Yeah. What do you think about Deion Sanders? It's maybe the best bit of all time. So we'll pencil that in. And
we got 1 week until the extravaganza.
We just promised, like, hey, Paulie got an interview for you tomorrow, which you so desperately love. And it's the beat writer for Colorado State, but it's actually an adult film.
You don't think that at this point my suspicions would be through the roof if you said, yeah, Woods is fine talking to the beat writer for Colorado State.
He's actually looking forward to it.
What's going on here?
It's his idea.
Something doesn't add up here.
God,
I'm not buying it.
Paulie, we should have had that conversation off
the air.
Off the air.
I would, even if you hadn't said anything, I would go, really? Woods is okay with that?
Yeah.
Woods is all right with this. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
If it's Riley Reid, then yes, absolutely, 100%. Thank you, Paulie.
You're very welcome.
That was fantastic.
All right, we'll take a time out. Come back. I believe we're going to be visited by our friend John Flint. They're wrapping up their radio marathon.
They're on the grind in
They
there,
are
man.
really. How long has he been on?
For like over 24 hours.
Oh,
I think,
yeah,
right?
and they're not done until like 7:00 tonight. So we'll get an update on how things are going down the hall and more with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, last time this week, Woods and I want to remind you that it's not too late, even this year, to get your trust or will taken care of easily and affordably at trustandwill.com. They make it so simple. You don't have to go into someone's office, a lawyer who's going to charge you a ton of money for all their time and effort. You're just doing it yourself. Simple online questions with actual legal documents sent your way when you're done.
Please take care of your business. Give yourself that peace of mind by going to trustandwill.com. Use the code FAN when you check out for 20% off of your trust or will. Get that trust, people, as my friend Dominic likes to say. He is currently embroiled in probate court right now. And not a fun situation for him or anybody that's ever had to go through it. So trustandwill.com. Use the code FAN when you check out.
You can also make arrangements for things like a living will. If you were ever at the hospital and incapacitated, you can say, this person is authorized to make decisions for me. You can name guardians for your children. You don't want the state to have that responsibility. No, just take care of it easily. Just use the code FAN at checkout. Get 20% off your trust or will, and they will send it to you, put it in a filing cabinet. You are good to go with that peace of mind going into 2026 at trustandwill.com.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Sour 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by the California Office of Traffic Safety. In 2023, 1,355 people were killed in alcohol-related crashes throughout California. Driving under the influence of anything is dangerous, illegal, and has serious consequences. Don't be the I in DUI. Go safely, California. All right, let's get an update on how things are going down the hall at the St. Jude Radiothon. We're joined once again by our colleague and friend, John Flint from KSON. Johnny came by yesterday morning, told everybody about what they've been doing, and you're still going. Bags under the eyes, but still going.
Oh, well, thanks. Those bags were there weeks before
Those were
the
already.
radiothon
That was just
started.
going to say.
New? All right.
Those were already there.
You know, I was talking to my therapist a couple weeks ago, and he says to me, "Anything you want to talk about before we wrap up?" I said, "Yeah, I'd like to talk about why, like in the last 3 years, I've aged 50 years."
Yeah, 100%.
And he said, "So you're like every guy our age. See you next week."
Yeah,
Click.
that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Guys, you guys are my heroes. I love you anyway. You know that, but thank you so much for coming. Let me come on the show and just talk to you about kids that really need our help right here in San Diego, right here at Rady Children's, who are getting protocol that's been discovered and freely shared with the scientific geniuses at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. To answer your question, I'm doing okay despite the bags. We'll be on until 7 o'clock tonight. Woo! We've been here since 6 yesterday morning, and we are up to about $125,000
Nice.
right now.
I love that.
I do love it too, but the cold reality of it is that it costs over $1 million to run St. Jude per day.
Holy
So,
smokes.
I mean, you got to think about it. It's a very small hospital. Only the sickest of the sickest of the sick are actually in St. Jude right now. But behind the hospitals, this massive complex where everybody's working to make sure these protocols work and are effective and last for a while or forever, hopefully. And then they take those protocols and they share them with every hospital in the world. And as great as the success rates are becoming here for childhood cancer in America, in other countries, they're not. So they really, really need St. Jude. And I get the most important question from people is, why would I support St. Jude when Rady is here? And the answer is because there are kids right now in Rady with pediatric cancer who are getting treatments that were probably a pretty good chance discovered and shared freely, which is the key word, freely, from the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital.
Helps everybody.
I mean, that's all there is to
Yeah.
it. That's all they want to do, and they get the best minds because that's like the gold medal for medicine for doctors to work at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. The best thing about this is that you driving a truck, you sitting in an office, you yelling at your wife, you can totally become just as effective as these scientists are, and that's not even an overstatement. Because of this donation, you are helping people live. Kids, man. 800-779-5121 is our Toyota Partner in Hope hotline. 800-779-5121. Easier for you to text, no biggie. Just text KSON to 785-833. Oh, yes. I suppose I'd probably say who I am when I'm here. Or did you already do that?
We did.
Okay, I'm sorry.
mentioned it.
I'm so brain dead.
No, we got you.
It'll take you 2 seconds. KSON to 785-833. And listen, I play country music for a living. I've been doing it in San Diego for 25 years now. And
nominated for the Country Music Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I wasn't. Let's stop the radiothon and talk about that for a second.
Just thought I'd throw that in there, John and Tammy.
Thank you. That's very kind.
Hall
Thank
of
you.
Fame nominees.
Thank you. That's very kind. The reason I'm bringing that up is you might be thinking, why is this country, yokel on this show I love so much? Well, I love this show too. I'd be on this show if they let me. and the point is that cancer, especially cancer in kids, it doesn't care who you voted for. Nope. Doesn't care that you love the Dodgers. It doesn't care that you unlike or follow somebody on Insta. It doesn't discriminate. It will go after everybody. And that's where we have to become united and say, that's crap. We have to stop that, and we can stop that. What was death sentences for families back in the 60s when they said, oh, you've got cancer, your kid's got cancer, take him home and make him comfortable and prepare for a funeral.
Oh,
I mean, think about that. And now, what was a death sentence in the 60s? We're talking about worldwide cancer, not just one specific. Because there are numbers for success rates into the 90s for specific types of cancers, leukemias, that stuff. But worldwide, cancer overall, we're up to over 80% survival rate.
That's amazing.
Wow.
It's absolutely amazing. And it's a direct result of what we can do. If you are a person right now that just hates this time of year, you need a kick in the ass, just get yourself going again and do something to make me feel good. I swear to you, this is going to make you feel good. It really is, because directly people are affected by your donation. St. Jude is the number one most trusted charity in America for a reason. More than 90% of every dollar goes directly to those patients. Nobody else can really say that. That's why it's such a beloved charity. And that's why I will sleep all weekend. But today we've got some work to do, boys. And I know we all love our families. We love our spouses and can't wait to get to them. I'm just going to ask you to think about this, not to bring the show down. You ever been one of those days, and I know you have, Woodsy, you get home and you think everyone's just piling on you and you can't take it anymore. 100%. And all of a sudden you walk in, those little pitter-patter feet come at you, man, and they just hug you and everything goes away. Think about that not happening.
I can't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But there are parents right now listening that probably can.
Yeah.
I hope it's not you. But if it is, we're going to do this for you, and that no other parent has to feel what you feel. And if you've got healthy kids like our boys here, then do it for them and do it for an insurance policy, because I hope you never have to deal with it. But if you do, it's there. And this is why you do this. Okay.
It's awesome, man.
KSON, text that KSON to 785-833. That's probably the easiest way to do it. You're on your phone anyway. KSON to 785-833 or KSON.com. Boys, I love you.
Thank you, love you, man.
Merry
Great work
Christmas.
you're doing in there, dude.
Thank you. Cannot wait for your show next Friday.
Thank you, John.
Us too.
Yep.
Thank you, Johnny.
Great
We're
radio.
setting up the rematch. Bobby Cressy's going to be involved again.
Here we go.
Take on
Better get a
Woods,
good
take
rest.
on John next Friday. Thank you so much.
Great work, buddy.
By the way, John's a very cool guy. He's not the backwards country bumpkin he plays on the radio
right.
sometimes. I know.
Whoa. As he's
He's very
walking
cool.
away.
He's very cool. I like John. I said it's not
Why
an
can't
insult.
you just say he's cool?
Well, I mean,
he's
you
not
know,
a dumb
he's not the
hillbilly
big
redneck moron.
I know that's what they want sometimes on a country station, but he's really actually a really good guy.
So just say that. Just say he's a really good guy.
I did.
He's not a
You didn't have to
buffoon.
stretch that out.
He's never had sex with his cousin.
Exactly.
And he's not doesn't have
I
a
think
piece
there's
of
a
straw
stereotype that a
hanging
country,
out of his
I
mouth.
think there's a stereotype for
He
country
doesn't
music
even wear
hosts.
boots.
A country music Hall of Fame nominee.
Just say you like him. They're unbelievable.
We're going to take a time out. When we come back, we haven't gotten to this yet, and I do want to bring it up.
It's unbelievable.
Because we mentioned it yesterday. We didn't know the details. Did you see the reporting on Taj DeGorville in the UT? Why he left the courts
I saw the
and
thing.
came back and was wearing the different jersey.
Was it
It's
juicy?
pretty spicy.
Is it?
actually.
Oh,
yeah.
all right.
Pretty spicy. And how Dutch handled it. Very interesting stuff. I want to say trouble brewing, but Dutch certainly has his work cut out for him. We can talk about
Really?
that. Yeah, coming up next here with Ben Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
7 Mile Casino, like John,
Yes.
is up 24/7.
That's right.
Ready to play cards. They're not doing a radiothon, but they're doing a blackjack-a-thon and a Texas Hold'em-a-thon right now. 24/7. Anytime you want to go play cards, you can do it at our place, 7 Mile Casino in Chula Vista.
It is a smoke-free environment. So if you like Pall Malls, that's fine. Enjoy one outside. You're not going to be able to do it sitting at the table, blowing it in your neighbor's face. If you like slot machines, you're going to have to go somewhere else. That's a bunch of stuff I don't want in my card room. I don't want slot machines. I don't want cigarettes in my card room. I just want to be able to play cards and have some good food and actually look out on a beautiful, beautiful view of the bay. Right there.
It's a nice view. They take care of their players well. You can get a 35% discount on that food while you're at the tables if you order. Comfortable chairs, great professional dealers, and high limit action. If you love playing a little no limit Texas Hold'em poker, they'll have some good tables going all hours of the day. Just stop on by, see it for yourself. Get off the 5 freeway, E Street. You're right there on Bay Boulevard. It's the west side of the freeway. You're pulling in. You're playing cards right away. No big drive to the East County. It's 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Final segment of Ben and Woods. Aztecs are off until next Wednesday. They open conference play against Air Force Wednesday night at Viejas Arena. We were talking about the win over Lamar yesterday, and neither of us kind of knew what happened when Taj DeGurville disappeared down the tunnel and came back later. We're in a different jersey and what was going on there? We kind of speculated, well, did he get some blood or something on his jersey? Mark Ziegler wrote in the UT in his 3 kind of thoughts about the game, what he heard happened. Now, the media sits on the visitor side, so he said, I didn't see this personally, but this is what he was told. DeGurville was having an amazing offseason and preseason. He was the MVP of the Swish Pro League with some semi-pro players over the summer, built up his body. He's expecting to have a huge year this year. Passed over more NIL money to stay at SDSU, thinking, this is going to be my chance to shine. And he's gotten off to a really slow start, averaging just 4.3 points per game, shooting 25% from the field this year. He's been struggling. He's got the only negative plus minus of the last game. And now he's got some injuries, a left wrist sprain that is limiting his time and out there. And he just got frustrated. He was subbed out. He came back in the with 12:39 left, and then was subbed out after less than 2 minutes. He made defensive mistakes and then gestured toward the bench. And Dutch, he may be a player's coach, but he's also a coach. He pulled him out of the game, sent a sub. He shook his head when he saw the sub at the scorer's table, like, no, I don't want to come out, and then just blew past Dutcher as he walked down the sideline. So Jamal Franklin, the former SDSU star who was at the game and sitting down by the bench, rushed behind the baseline and went with DeGurville into the locker room to calm him down while the game continued. He was frustrated over a defensive assignment, Dutch said, got taken out of the game. I told him as he went out, hang in there, I got your back, but he was frustrated. That's one thing. If you've been coaching long enough, players are going to deal with frustration. And the problem for Dutch is he just doesn't have enough minutes for all his good players. Even though the Aztecs haven't been perfect by any stretch of the imagination, they have an 11-man rotation, and it's simply a numbers game. There aren't enough minutes in a college basketball game for everybody to really have enough time to shine on the court. And DeGurville's been getting frustrated and trying to find a way to kind of deal with that fact that this season has not gone the way that he wants to.
Well, and I think the injury plays a big part in it too. As as Mark kind of referred to in there, that's a frustrating thing. You're not at full strength and you're making mistakes. But I don't think, if you've never coached until you haven't had somebody that didn't agree with one of your decisions, whether it's a kid or a parent or something else. But I have no problem with what Taj DeGurville did, other than blowing past your coach and walking into the locker room. I frankly, you shouldn't want to be subbed out. I love a kid that's like, don't take me out of the game. Please don't take me out of the game. I don't want to come out of the game. But I think you have to compose yourself a little bit. You can be frustrated, but you need to be there with your team. That's really my only beef with it is storming off to the locker room is kind of a tough look. And
And-
I think Jamal Franklin knew it too, which is why he followed him in there to be. You can't do this.
I was
This
gonna
can't
say,
happen.
An alumni,
Yes.
a beloved alumni, for him, and he's been out of there for 10 years.
Yeah, it's
something
been
like
a
that.
while.
So for him to notice that and think, I mean, I'm not going to get in his head and speak for him, but he was kind of that player. Jamal Franklin was. He was short
Emotional,
temper,
yeah.
emotional. So I think he saw a glimpse of himself, and he's like, no. And he went. That was a teaching moment for him.
That
It
was
was
brilliant.
a learning moment for Taj. I love that.
And it's a culture moment that shows what San Diego State has built under
Yeah.
Steve Fisher and Brian Dutcher, that they have former players who are still helping them kind of carry on through tradition. And who knows what Dutch, I'm sure privately, he talked with Taj DeGorville after the game, probably still doing so. But publicly, here's what he said. I thought he did a good job coming back in, getting himself back composed, getting back on the floor, and contributing down the stretch. You can get frustrated, but that's part of life. How you deal with it, and I thought he did a pretty good job dealing with it. Dutch still is a player's coach, and he knows how to handle his players. He knows what to say. He's never going to throw them under the bus. And, I think he's what could have been a major incident, like this could be a major headline. He is downplayed into just a teaching moment for one of his players, a young kid, a college player, got frustrated. That's just like, yeah, kids get frustrated. That's part of my
but
job.
It's all, yeah. And that's the thing is like Brian Dutcher, there are other coaches out there in all other sports. You know what they would do with that? They would take that personally. They would take it so personally that that kid had the audacity to walk past me and look at all my skins on the wall and all my accolades. It takes a really good coach, to go, this isn't about me. It's nothing to do with me. This is about him. This is about this kid out there bubbling over. It's such a good lesson for anybody that coaches anything. It's not about you, bud. It's really not. Like, what a strong human being Brian Dutcher was to not go. I mean, what do you do if you did that to Bobby Knight? He'd grab you by the back of your
done.
neck and you're done.
Oh,
You're kicked off the team. Is that the right way to handle it? No. The answer is no. It's not. If the guy is a blatant idiot, and a true cancer to your team, sure, you got to get those guys out of there. But something like this, an injured kid that didn't want to come out of the game and is pissed off at himself more than likely. I thought that's such a good move by Dutch, and it just goes to show you what kind of man he is.
Yeah, something like that could derail a season for another team.
Oh, yeah.
But don't think it's a problem for Brian Dutcher.
That's really good.
They'll handle it. They'll move forward.
Actually, I really like that story, like getting those details.
Yeah.
I like that.
There was a story. Did you see the I didn't know this. I wanted to run this by you today. A guy from where's it? The Titans, a beat writer. Did you see this?
Tennessee Titans?
Tennessee
No.
Titans reported on a story of something that happened on the team plane. And did you see this?
Yes.
Did you see this?
I didn't read it.
I
I
got
saw
it.
the
Hang on.
headline.
A sideline reporter reported on something that kicked off the team plane.
No, he was on the team
he was
plane.
on
He was
the
reporting
team
something
plane.
that happened on the team plane.
Right.
Like
He was
two guys got
okay.
to fight playing cards or something.
Here
whatever
it is.
It was.
Titans sideline reporter removed from team charter after sharing Cam Ward's story from the flight, and they booted him.
Not
so
supposed to do that.
I didn't know. So I didn't know this. The team plane is a sacred space, as in you don't report what's on there ever. So he goes, on Monday, I told a story about a comment I heard on the Titans team charter, and I want to apologize for sharing something that should have remained private and totally off the record. Apparently what happened is Titans defensive end Arden Key gets on the plane's intercom system and told all the teammates to disregard the comments that rookie quarterback Cam Ward made and just enjoy the win. So apparently they won the game. Cam Ward downplayed the victory, like, hey, we still got a lot of stuff to clean up.
Right.
We're still 2-11.
Player speak.
His own teammate is like, hey, everybody, forget what the rookie said. Enjoy this win. They don't come around very often, right? So he gets on his radio show and tells this story. That's a big no-no. They booted him. I thought it was a great story, but did you know that was an area of sacred space?
I don't totally agree with that.
Do you
I
not?
think if you're a professional athlete and you do something very newsworthy, even if it's on the plane, you are putting other people on that plane, if they're reporters, that's why you don't usually have independent reporters on your plane.
Yeah.
But you do have your own media team, generally, like your play-by-play, color man, sideline reporter. Now, those people work for the team, but if they also have other responsibilities, that you're putting them in a tough position, because if they say have a radio show where they're working for a company like Odyssey, but also are a team reporter and are on the plane, it's hard to just ignore what you've heard. If it's like newsworthy and you know about that.
Is that newsworthy?
That was not.
That was not.
If there was some sort of...
You got like one bullet in the gun if you're that reporter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it has to be a big story that is going to come out eventually.
A huge fight
because it
or
was,
something.
Somebody, whatever. Somebody got hurt, This was not that. This was not that. So now you're done. You're never getting on that plane again.
I know that I've asked Jesse about stuff, and he doesn't tell me on the plane. Like the plane, I guess I did if I really thought about it.
If you were ever in a situation where you were interviewing a player, a Padre, and they were like, hey, let's go to the players' lounge.
Yeah.
It'll be quieter, and you see a couple of other players talking. Like, you can't report on anything that happens in the players' lounge. I think the plane is just as much of a sacred space as that. That's their space. You're invited to be in their space.
And it's the Titans plane, so they are more than justified in having who they want or not on their plane.
They might as well be in their living room.
Yeah, they don't have to invite anyone on their plane they don't want to.
Like Cole says, the story getting out can create a pointless stir when it's just a team thing. I think it
sounds like he was doing a bit.
Yeah. The guy was doing a bit. Hey, don't worry about what the rookie said. Enjoy this win.
It'd be like Sammy reporting that Manny Machado has a massive gambling problem because he plays cards the whole
Right.
flight home.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like, it's irresponsible.
Yeah.
And that's how you find yourself not on a flight anymore.
A couple minutes left. We have to check traffic. Breaking news. Some charges have been filed against Sherrone Moore. We'll let you know what they are coming up next year on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury.
This traffic report is brought to you by the California Office of Traffic Safety and Caltrans. Jam-packed southbound on the 5 at Manchester Avenue. This is all because of a collision, and you have a crash on the 78 westbound at the 15. And then it's stop and go further west on the 78, right at Vista Village Drive, all because of another accident. You got the left lane blocked. And watch out for a car fire on Via Rancho Parkway, southbound at Idaho Avenue.
My mom, my dad, works for Caltrans. On the freeway, right next to speeding cars. Please be careful. Flashing lights mean move over. Brought to you by the kids of Caltrans.
Seeing this from Chris Vanini of The Athletic, college football writer. Sherrone Moore in court has been charged with breaking and entering, stalking, and third-degree home invasion in relation to the incident that occurred earlier this week after he was let go as head coach for the Michigan program, reportedly for cause for an inappropriate relationship with a staffer at Michigan. Then, according to the stories that are coming out, went to her house, may have threatened her or himself harm at that point, and that's when the police got involved. These charges just in this morning: third-degree home invasion, stalking, breaking, and entering.
I have seen from some Michigan insiders and whatnot, they said, you haven't heard the half of this. I'm like, how can that be?
This was a couple of days ago, right?
Yeah.
Wednesday night, I think, Wednesday afternoon. There was so many different, I'd see like a screenshot of a text message that somebody who's a donor, whatever, like, trust me, this guy knows. And you find yourself going, all right, these are all kind of starting to sound similar. All these clues that we're getting are all starting to add up. And I think it's a rare situation where everything that was kind of reported actually happened.
Dude, Rich Eisen said yesterday, he's a Michigan man. Rich Eisen said, we go in the Ohio State comes to the big house this year and they obliterate us in the big house. He goes, that day I had after that game, I had 4 texts from 4 different people saying, you heard about this Sherrone Moore story? After that game, right? I also saw a Michigan insider say, this is the 3rd time this dude was investigated for an improper relationship with a staffer. And I'm like, oh, man. How does the AD keep his job?
Well, that's where the story shifts now. I mean, Sherrone Moore's gone.
He's gone.
But now,
now
you've got to see what happens internally.
You can't
with the
let
rest
him
of
pick
He
the
can't.
next coach.
You just had
he shouldn't even be there anymore.
After the Connor Stallions thing and the other guy, the guy that was breaking into women's computers and stuff, like, how do you let this stuff keep happening? 7 staffers arrested, 4 people banged from football entirely, which is just insane. That's an insane, corrupt corrupt scene up there in Ann Arbor right now.
And then quickly breaking baseball news from Jeff Passan. Third baseman Michael Garcia and the Royals are finalizing a 5-year contract extension with a club option for a 6th year. Young Gold Glove winner going to remain alongside Bobby Witt Jr. on the left side of the Royals infield.
Man, there we go.
All right, that was a lot of news for the last segment there. We are done. Coming up at the top of the hour, well, half the show here, half the show in Baltimore at the Army-Navy game. We'll see how they figure that out with Braden and Frank coming up next. Tier 1s, thank you for this week. Always appreciate it. That's it for us. We'll talk to you Monday morning at 6 a.m. For Paulie Reindl and Stephen Woods. I'm Ben Higgins. Thanks for joining us on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. So long, everybody.